I am trying to get drunk so I can drive home and have unprotected sex with some chick I just met tonight, and this guy's blowing smoke in my face. I believe that we should abolish all bar laws in America. I believe in America, the land of the free, there should be no laws in bars. And if you don't like living under no laws, then don't go to the bar. For example, I don't like Bed Bath & Beyond. I don't like what goes on at Bed Bath & Beyond. So you know what I do about it? That's right. I don't go there. Yeah. You know what I don't do about it? I don't picket Bed Bath & Beyond. I don't put Bed Bath & Beyond in an axis of evil with Kitchen Caboodle and the Baby Gap. I don't think that Bed Bath & Beyond should have to be 500 yards from elementary school. I just don't go to Bed Bath & Beyond.
I like Bed Bath & Beyond, doggy. I'm a divorce guy. I need them.
And I'm okay with you going there.
Thank you.
And I'm even okay with you smoking there. You know why? Because I don't go there. It doesn't affect me.
What's harder to raise, boys or girls?
I would guess girls.
Girls. Boys are easy. Just give them a book of matches, they're happy.
Yeah, book of matches and some hands.
Oh, yeah.
Until they turn 13, then you give them a Playboy magazine. You won't hear another word out of them until they're 25. Am I right, chick?
You're right.
Oh, yeah.
When you're right, you're right.
Testify.
I ain't seen my oldest boy in 4 years. My oldest boy, he's 17. He's been driving for a year. He's had 27 accidents.
My God.
In fact, I call him the David Copperfield of drivers. Oh, yes, because it's magic. Because to hear him tell it, stuff just appears out of nowhere and he hits it. And he's stupid. He always comes with the same excuse. I mean, he's not even a good liar. He's like, I had to swerve to miss a deer. 27 deer. Well, maybe she get me some deer whistles for my car. I said...
It's the Bob and Tom Show. Hey, beer drinkers. Do you find that your beer not only fills you up, it binds you up? You need a beer that will help you loosen up. Introducing the beer that not only tastes great, it packs a mega high-fiber wallop. It's the first beer that's also a laxative. We call it Shats.
Oh, God. That's it.
S-H-A-T''S. Shats.
All the cats tip their hats to the man who's drinking Shats. The man who needs some fiber in his brew. Shats beer. When all is said and done, we're not yet number one, but Shats is always number two.
Hi, I'm Phil Throne from the Shats Brewing Company. Pour yourself a Shats and see why it's making a splash all over the country. Shats, the laxative beer. Shats is brewed with the highest quality hops and barley. Then we add our secret ingredient, whole kernel corn. Not too much, just a pinch. Every Shats beer is fortified with 12 essential vitamins, so you're always guaranteed a good, healthy Shats. Shats is available in the 6-ounce little squirt or the 64-ounce big lager. And every Shats is tapered at one end, so your can won't slam shut. We here at Shats are saddened by the recent passing of Adolf Shat, founder of the Shat Family Brewery, better known as the Old Brick Shat House. In fact, Adolf loved his beer so much, his last wish was to be interred in a giant vat of Shats. So come on, when it's time to take a load off, crack open a Shats.
You will say hooray, cause relief is on its way. No more irregularity for you. Shats beer. Give a Shats a pop, and soon you'll hear a plop. Shats is nature's perfect brew. Shats.
Don't just take any beer. take a Shats. And for you teetotalers, try our new high-fiber non-alcoholic beer. We call it O-Stools. O-Stools. Sample one today. And don't forget Shats Light, Shats Dark. And for those with diverticulitis, proctitis, and polyposis, doctors direct them to try new Shats Red. Shats Beer, a division of Friggamel Industries, Flushing, New York.
Testing, check. Hello, testing.
I guess technically that would be me, wouldn't it?
I was just testing your mic.
Hey, it's the Bob and Tom Show. Christy Lee over there in the news desk.
Joshy.
She's in the news chair. If she was in the desk, it'd be weird.
Go ahead, Tom.
Open up the drawer, Tom.
Let him
Christy
do
to
his
talk.
job.
Sorry.
See?
Headphones off. I'm just trying to...
3 minutes and you pissed him off.
We've only really been on for 47 seconds, but I'm sorry, go ahead.
Pat Godwin, how the heck are you?
I'm okay.
And over there in the performance desk. And Jeff Oskey in the sports desk today.
Howdy.
Chick is out. He said he was adopting a new llama?
Yes.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Thought it was a cat.
Cat, somehow funnier to you, Ace, than llama?
It's hilarious.
I would have been, if you'd said cat, then he'd said llama. Then
it builds.
Comedy
Yeah.
ensues.
Yeah,
this way, it's kind of a letdown. Oh, so it's something ordinary and boring. Okay, I'm sorry. Back to you, Josh Arnold.
Ace,
Keep going.
good to see you. Willie Griswold, how the heck are you?
Hanging out.
I'm Josh Arnold. There is Tom
Thank you very much. That is one handsome son of mine, isn't it? Oh,
Yes.
yeah, look at that.
Good
hair.
looking
Look at that
kid.
face.
Sam here?
Yeah, look at that hair.
Oh, wow.
There we go.
Yeah, just
Now,
like
see-
that, he's
Wow,
redeemed
Chick's
himself.
not here and Ace is on fire.
An excellent joke of the day. Was it yesterday that we had the stellar joke of the day?
We didn't get one yesterday.
We did.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
No, we didn't do one yesterday.
Oh dear God, I blame myself. I think that.
Man with a deep voice. Ace Cosby, here he is with his joke of the day.
How do you turn a duck into a soul singer?
How do you turn a duck into a soul singer?
Cook it in the microwave until it's Bill Withers.
Until it's Bill Withers.
That's good.
Oh my gosh, I feel sick. I shouldn't laugh at that. That's
Well, thank goodness that was yesterday's joke of the day. Brought to you by Omaha Steaks. Dads want steak? Go to omahasteaks.com. Type BTS into the search bar. Order the Dads Want Steaks package. You'll get 16 entrees and 4 desserts, plus 8 free Omaha Steaks burgers.
Willie. What do dads want?
Steaks.
What do steaks want?
Dads.
To eat them.
That's very good. Thank you very much. Ace, I'm sorry if we missed yesterday's joke of the day.
It was a busy day here yesterday.
We were eating.
Sure.
Yeah. By the way, a couple things we need to confirm. We did speak. Let's see. I'm trying to remember what is today. Today's Wednesday. We did speak with Kostaki Economopoulos on Monday, and he announced that he is getting divorced.
Yes.
But everything's good. He and his soon-to-be ex are getting along fine. And then we just by chance spoke to his former friend, mate, girl,
They
Caroline.
share a child together.
Yeah.
Thank you, Caroline Ray.
Baby mama.
Who's hilarious. And she had some fun things to say and once again expressed her fondness for Kostaki. We're getting a lot of mail people are concerned about. Kostaki's doing just fine. I corresponded with him on Monday. He's okay. And you also did, Christy. So
Yeah, and then I heard from his soon-to-be ex-wife, Krista, and she said, I heard the segment went well this week. So happy you guys are so good to Kostaki. Truly love and thank you.
okay, so
there, everybody's
everything.
good.
And Kostaki did have one great line. If you're familiar with Kostaki, he's our NFL correspondent. And he is a die-hard and lifelong Atlanta Falcons fan.
At least he got them in the divorce.
Yeah, he has full custody of the Atlanta Falcons. So that's a good thing. Coming up, we do have some interesting news in the world of sports. One I was really excited for, Josh, that kind of got deflated apparently.
Why? Why did it get deflated?
Well, because you know a lot about baseball gloves. In fact, I currently have one of your baseball gloves.
Oh, that's right, yeah.
Thank you you don't need it back yet, do you?
No, you're great, man.
Okay,
You're good.
okay. And my glove is in storage somewhere, so I borrowed Josh's. But we have a really interesting baseball glove in sports news coming up.
Mm-hmm, yeah.
And it involves acronyms, and I guess I'm the only one that didn't know.
Yeah, because you're not on social media, so you don't. You're not
because the world.
I know Al tries his hardest, but you're still not very hip. Sorry.
Thanks very much.
Did anybody watch Jeopardy last night?
No.
I did not get Final Jeopardy, but they have that whole section of texting abbreviations.
Oh, really?
And I only got about how many do they have in there? 6 or 8 or whatever. I only got about half of them.
How did the contestants do? I'd be interested.
Awful.
That's what I would have thought. Yes.
Yeah, I don't know if they got a 1.
I
think they did get 1, maybe.
I think it'd be interesting to. There's 2 ways to do it. One, sit people down and say, write down every one you can think of.
Oh, gosh.
NFL, MLB, AOL, but then if they had a list of them, how many you would know.
Oh, yeah, and these were strictly texting acronyms, so, I mean, I didn't know a lot of these things.
I have to ask my kids a lot of times when they send me stuff. I'll go, what?
But the one coming up on the glove, I have heard.
God, I was not aware of that.
Do you remember any of them from last night on Jeopardy?
LOL. Like,
we had a letter from a lady,
and she thought it meant lots
let me
of
tell
love.
the story. Sorry. The essence of the story was someone in her at her office was very, very ill and was going in for some very serious surgery. And she wrote kind of a letter announcing it to everybody, and said wish her luck with her major surgery. And then she said LOL, thinking it meant lots of love. Of course, usually interpreted as what?
Laughing out loud.
Yeah. So that's you got to be careful with some of these, but we'll perhaps learn a new one. Do you use them at all on social media, Christy Lee?
Sometimes. I use them mostly talking to my kids when I'm texting because they do it a lot. Apparently, this has caused a lot of problems, Josh.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. Apparently, they've confused a lot of the players and they think that they were made up.
Some of them I was like, I've never seen that ever.
Do you Who's the host of Jeopardy? I can never say her name. Maim?
Yeah, Maim Bialik.
Yeah. For the 5th week in a row, she's returning as a host. Last night, apparently, the contestants were upset and slammed her for a made-up category that made no sense and left new players speechless.
I mean, they seemed fine on it, on air or whatever, our tape.
Does it list what some of them were?
I was hoping they did.
Yeah, so some of them were, and obviously there are context clues within the answer. So it was this saying, you're happy, but you're also kind of sad, so you have TOJ.
Huh. Tears of joy?
Yes, and I just guessed that based on context clues.
Okay.
I have to go, but I need to hear this.
This means...
Oh, no, TTMM.
TTMM.
Yeah.
TTMM.
Tomorrow, tell me more.
That's...
come on.
I hadn't heard that at all.
This one was talk to you tomorrow. I'm OTB.
I'm going to bet?
No, but
off-track betting?
To bed.
Off to
bed.
Off to bed.
Yeah.
I think OTB is already owned by
exactly.
betting people.
Right. So, yeah, they were... I only got half.
But in the world of sports, in baseball...
That was the only one that anyone got correct, by the way. Yeah.
Baseball's got a ton of them. ERA.
Sure.
RBI. And by the way, I like to pluralize that as RBIs.
Okay.
not the collective RBI.
It's really RSBI.
Yeah, that drives me crazy.
Oh, here's another one. FC. Is this hopeful condition?
No, it's not. No one's ever used that.
FC? I've never heard
Do you know
this
it?
one.
No.
Yeah, I had never heard
I've never heard
used
this.
that.
I never heard it.
I bet teens have.
Do you know this one, Willie? FC.
No, what is it?
Fingers crossed.
Oh, yeah. No, I've never heard anyone use that.
Okay, yeah, no,
You'll hear RN for right now. You'll hear TN for tonight. You'll hear LOL for lots of laughs. And all the rolling on the floors and those ones. And
right.
TTYL, talk to you later. You actually see that, but that's about it.
LTNS. Do you know what that one is?
I mean, never. What?
Yes, I got this one.
Yeah, I got this
What
one
is it?
too. Long time no see.
Oh, God. It's so sad.
But again, I just had to guess.
Isn't there a Bible that has these? It's all...
I'm sure.
Have you ever gotten the TLTR? I got that from my son last week.
TLDR?
No, TLTR.
Never.
And I was like, what's that? And he's like, too long to read.
I get TL.
Like I had sent a big
so
long
it's too much
message.
trouble for him to write?
Yeah,
Exactly.
Too much trouble for him to A, read it, and B,
How about NAFY? No allowance for you. How about that? Willie, do you know what LSMFT means?
No, not at all.
Lucky Strike means fine tobacco. That's something only men of a certain age and women of a certain age will remember. Right now, I want to talk about a GoodRx. I know what RX means. GoodRx means saving a ton of money on prescriptions. Christy Lee got me going with this.
That's because I suffer from serious seasonal allergies and I'm on medication. GoodRx dropped it too, and I'm not making this up. $5.
And RX means prescription.
Yes, it does.
Josh. It's a free app, and it'll save you serious bucks. Tell me more, Christy Lee.
Yes, you can compare prescription prices at over 70,000 pharmacies with GoodRx. They will find you the best price. Discounts of up to 80%. GoodRx is recommended by doctors, pharmacists, millions of folks around the country who save on their prescriptions. In fact, over 24 million used GoodRx just last year to save on their medications. You can too, whether it's allergy meds like me or any other prescription. Remember, even if you have insurance, GoodRx could actually beat your prescription copay price. So for simple, smart savings on your prescriptions, check out GoodRx. Go to GoodRx.com/Tom. That's GoodRx.com/Tom.
GoodRx is not insurance, but can be used in place of insurance, Medicare, and Medicaid. In 2021, GoodRx users saved up to 80% on retail prescription prices.
Yes, be one of those people.
We get love letters. Look at this. These are all letters from our friends. This is Chris. He pays $74 now for his medication that was originally $600 a month. Check out GoodRx.com/Tom. Coming back, we have more acronyms and obscure things and some really interesting news in the world of virtually everything, including lettuce, jet skis, stealing a safe, and my favorite, stilts. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Hi, this is Bob and Tom 24/7. My name is Jim Gaffigan. I have to go and, well, I just had a so you know where I'm going.
I know where you're going, Jim. Good morning. I'm Mark Allison. You're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7 on a Wednesday. Hump Day, everybody. June 8th. Jessica Alsman will be along from the Bits and Pieces podcast, and our comedian relationship expert, Allie Breen, as well. Sexy time on the way on a Wednesday. So glad you could join us and glad you could be here all morning long. It's going to be fun. Buckle up, get another cup of coffee, and let's do this. Come on. Pew, 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 pew. You were listening to Bob and Tom 24/7. Good morning. I'm Mark Allison with your Bob and Tom entertainment news headlines. Sad news. Jim Seals of Seals & Crofts has died at the age of 80, according to multiple people who knew him. Details of his death not given. Seals & Crofts had top 10 hits in the 70s with the songs Summer Breeze, Diamond Girl, and Get Closer. Seals had another claim to fame. He played sax on Tequila by the Champs. Crofts played drums on that song. They were in the Champs as teens. Travis Scott will perform at his first festival since 10 people killed at his Astroworld Festival in Houston last November. The Las Vegas Review-Journal reports Scott is in the lineup for the Day in Vegas Festival in Las Vegas, set for Labor Day weekend. Shazad, J. Cole, Baby Keem, Playboy Cardi, and Her also are in the lineup. For almost 3 decades, off and on, Jeff Goldblum has played Dr. Ian Malcolm with particular Goldblumian panache as the stylish chaos theorist in the Jurassic Park and Jurassic World films. Goldblum is both the voice of reason and comedy relief all at once, an augur of nature's unpredictability who can't help marveling at seeing his theories in action, even if that poses immediate danger to himself. It's one of the 69-year-old actor's best-known characters, yet Goldblum has a way of being less defined by his roles than putting his spin on them. Life finds a way in Jurassic Park and its sequels, and so does Goldblum, who's also celebrating a birthday today. So happy birthday, Jeff Goldblum, and congratulations on another Jurassic Park movie. That's a look at your entertainment news. More of the Bob and Tom Show coming up.
Things you hear on the Bob and Tom Show.
Boy, this week in Fort Mitchell, Kentucky sure has a lot of dummies in town. It's the annual Ventriloquist convention.
Morning, Bob and Tom Show. I'm sorry? What did you say?
From the ventriloquism convention?
Yeah. And I'm not moving on this.
I can tell.
Oh, we can tell.
I can tell your lips are pretty still there. Jerry, what's the name of your partner?
Jimmy.
Timmy?
It's Julie.
Can Timmy speak into the phone? Hand in the phone.
You're going to drink some water.
Drink some water while talking to us. Okay,
go
great.
ahead.
I'll have to call you back.
Ladies and gentlemen, Bob and Tom.
I probably know more about being an American than anybody I know.
Really?
I'm as American as a bald eagle eating a piece of apple pie while sitting on a fence at Third Turn at Talladega.
That's American.
I'm as American as Hulk Hogan of the Billy Bass and the Macarena.
Yep. Well, that's not.
I'm as American as a free-range wolf howling Freebird in Kid Rock's front yard.
Bob and Tom in the morning and highlights all day long.
The Bob and Tom Show, weekday mornings at 6 a.m. Eastern on Bob and Tom 24/7.
Hey, guy, it's Kid Tarmac. This is Bob and Tom 24/7. Kid Tarmac.
It's the most talked about show on television, The Bachelorette, where 25 eligible bachelors try to win the hand of one single woman. And now, Bob and Tom Television brings you a new twist on this hit show.
She's 30 and single. She's...
What the hell do you mean by that?
Oh, nothing. Meet Linda Jackson. Now, here come the fellas. Say hello to Todd Williams.
Hi, Linda. I'm really pleased to...
Yeah. Next.
And here's our next eligible guy. Say hello to...
Hold it. Are you really going to say each time, say hello to Dick Ding Dong or whatever? Jesus.
Okay. Here he is, Jerry Peterson.
Hello, Linda. I can't tell you how happy I am to finally meet you.
Right. What do you do, Jerry?
Well, I own my own consulting business and...
consulting, eh? And when did you lose your Amway dealership, Jerry?
Huh? Sheesh, what a bitch.
She's the Bachelorette. She's single, pissed off, and is looking for money. Lots of money.
Hi, I'm Linda.
I'm Phil.
Yeah. Did you forget something?
No, I don't think so.
Any gift?
Gift? I didn't know that we were...
Bye-bye, loser.
Wow! Tune in to Bob and Tom TV and see why she's called the Bachelorette. She's on the prowl, and she's got...
Shut your hole and bring on the rich numbnuts.
On Bob and Tom TV.
Well, there you go. There's a show I'd watch.
Yeah.
Hey, this is comedian Ron White, and you're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
Bob and Tom.
For your information, these are two of the worst kids I have ever encountered in my life, and I work the state fair.
We were stupid before.
Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Christy Lee sitting at the sports desk.
Well, howdy, Josh Arnold.
Nice to see you, lady.
Nice to see you, sir.
Pat Godwin in the performance room.
Hey, Josh.
Sitting in for Chick McGee, who's off adopting a new llama or two.
Yep.
That's right. I think he wants a herd. It's Jeff Oskey.
He just wants to be like me. I understand.
Well,
yeah. I'm sorry. Keep going. I'm making my coffee over.
Oskey, it's good to see you. Ace Cosby, how the heck are you?
Live and kicking.
All right. We've got a today's Omaha Steaks joke of the day coming up a little later. Willie Griswold, nice to see you.
You can't get one llama, Josh. You got to get multiple llamas.
Exactly.
You got to get a llama to be the llama's buddy.
It's like a goat.
Josh Arnold, Tom Griswold.
Are llamas friendly?
Yeah, well, they can spit.
Okay.
I think alpacas are friendlier. That's why I'd like alpacas over llamas.
Also, they're
Plus,
junior
they're
size.
smaller.
They're junior size like you are.
Right.
Llamas spit, alpacas swallow. That's the difference.
That's because alpacas really love you.
Okay.
Truly love you.
That's not the direction I was going. Willie's going to be doing a special show. Look at this. I didn't even know about this. Coming up Saturday, June 18th at Pivot Brewing in beautiful Lexington, Kentucky, along with Mr. Jeff Oskey. He's right there, Jeff
That's
Oskey.
right.
Jeff's sitting in for Chick today, and David Brooks. Once again, the Pivot Brewing Company. Will they be serving?
Yeah, it's really good cider, and it's a free show. So come hang out. That's we're gonna have fun.
That's Saturday, June 8th. Saturday, June 17th, a special benefit project a bunch of us are doing to send some kids to summer camp. Get the details on that by going to bobandtom.com. I know it's going to feature Josh Arnold recording his live album, so let's get a nice lively audience there. How about that? Jeff Oskey will be there. Yours truly, Willie, Ace, Chick, and Mr. Pat Godwin. Pat, it's time for a special feature since Chick isn't here. I thought we could get away with it.
Uh-oh.
What do you want?
Oh, jeez. It better not be what I think it is.
What do you think?
It's today in Beatles history.
I know it.
Okay, here we go. Now, this is a feature that Chick hates.
Yeah.
He thinks we talk about the Beatles too much. I'm not sure that's possible. The Beatles are great. Let's see. On this date in... no, that's kind of boring.
Yeah, see?
In 1963, Please Please Me, #1 in the UK.
Great song.
Oh, isn't that terrific?
Well, now think about this now, Josh. I'll put this in perspective for you.
I wish you wouldn't.
Now, this is at this point in the United States, President Kennedy's still in office, and it would be post Kennedy that the Beatles would take over the American music scene and change everything. But I'm trying to find something more fun. Oh, here we go.
You're hunting for it?
So you didn't even have anything.
No, we didn't.
You're just...
I was very busy this morning.
Well, you don't have to make things up about the Beatles.
I'm not making
this. I'm looking to sing. Just tell him to sing.
Here it is.
He's a puppet. He'll do whatever
this
you
is
say.
good. This is good. This is a good one.
I'm your puppet.
Here's the hint. Do you remember the Beatles manager?
Brian Epstein.
Brian Epstein, of course.
Nerds.
And
start a podcast.
And
there are only about 100 on the Beatles.
So,
throw your name in
so
you know
we're
the
gonna
license plate in Abbey Road says 28F. And that's because if Paul was alive, he would have been. But really, it was a marketing promotion.
We're going to do.
It would have been 29.
We're going to do Brian Epstein in Beatles history today, and here's your hint. You ever heard this one, Willie?
When you get to the chorus, you probably have.
So ferry cross the Mersey.
Yeah.
Ferry cross the Mersey. Do you know what the Mersey is?
Of course I don't.
It's the river in Liverpool.
Mersey beat, baby.
Of course. I can't believe I didn't learn that
in high school.
Yeah, whatever I took.
Jerry and the Pacemakers.
What's that have to do with the Beatles?
Brian Epstein flew to London to announce that Jerry and the Pacemakers would be doing their own Christmas
I can't
special.
stand it.
How's that news?
That isn't news.
And does anyone know the most famous Jerry and the Pacemakers song?
That one.
I thought that was...
No. This is a really obscure trivia fact.
So how is it they're most famous if it's also obscure?
Yeah, that doesn't make sense.
Because it wasn't a big hit in the United States.
Oh.
It's because it's followers of the Liverpool Soccer Club. It's their motto. It's,
well, then
of course,
that wasn't a bigger hit than the other one.
Well, it has more streams. You're
kidding.
People weep when they sing this one. This is You'll Never Walk Alone. Ever hear this, baby?
Jerry Lewis song?
Yeah.
Oh.
Jerry Lewis made this famous.
I didn't know that.
This is what soccer fans are listening to?
Yeah.
No,
they weep.
You want to go, how about rock and roll part 2 at a football game? Or we can listen to this.
I
at
watched
the
Ted
soccer
Lasso.
game.
They never played this song, not
That's
once.
because Ted Lasso's not on the Liverpool football team. Anyone who knows Liverpool football would know.
Speaking of football teams, we have some actual breaking news that needs to be...
But we haven't finished our... So the point of our Beatles segment is...
Is what? That's what we're dying to know!
There is no point.
Yes, Pat, can you amend our new feature every day, the
little song?
Breakfast with the Beatles?
Here we go. Now that I'm older, life isn't fair with the midlife bankruptcy. I'm late on every payment with the balance due. Can't pay my doctor, he's gonna sue. Gigs have dried up, I can't get a loan. I've never been so poor. Will you still love me? Put no one above me. My credit score was 364. Thank you very much.
Jesus Christ.
So you
18 minutes of setup.
Wait a minute. Wait a second. Now, you actually inflated, in order to get the rhyme, you actually inflated your credit score. Is that correct?
I did indeed. Yeah.
Okay. Is the lowest you can have 200?
Yeah, I did some research. No, 3, over 3.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
I thought you got 250 just for signing your name right.
I thought so, too.
So you like our new feature?
Oh, I love it. I just love it.
Okay. I'm sorry, Josh. You have breaking news?
Yes.
What
the
is
Denver
it?
Broncos have agreed to a record $4.65 billion sale price with the Walton Penner. We'll call them a consortium. That's right. They have agreed to sell the franchise to current Walmart heir Rob Walton and his family for a record-setting price tag.
Wow.
In a statement, Broncos CEO and President Joe Ellis confirmed the sale with Walton, who's 77, his daughter, Carrie Walton Penner, and his son-in-law, Greg Penner. Now, the exact terms of the sale were not disclosed, but 9 News Denver...
they're on your side.
Yeah, very good, yes. Reported that Walton will pay 4.6...
You know, they used to be in Germany.
Did they?
5.
9! Will there be news tonight? 9!
4.65 billion for the franchise. That's more than double the most recent sale price for an NFL team.
That's crazy.
It would establish a new record for the sale of an American sports franchise. Now, Ellis has clarified the agreement must still be approved per NFL protocols by a majority of current owners. That means 24 of 32 current owners must approve it.
Last I checked, the Waltons can afford it.
Yeah, they'll be okay.
Yeah. They can't afford to open 9 more registers, but they can afford it.
They can afford it. I think people just aren't workforce.
I was going to say, will you check out? I have found, by the way, my Chick McGee led the charge on this. I'm now the captain of the self-checkout.
Oh, me too. I love it.
I love it.
Me too.
Really? I feel like that goes against everything you stand for.
I know it does, doesn't
love
it?
it.
But it's like playing shopping. It's like playing grocery store.
Mm-hmm.
I get to go bleep, bleep, bleep.
My
I
favorite
love
game at the self-checkout. Love this game at the self-checkout. It's called the free Reese's game.
Right.
Where you take a Reese's and you just throw it in your bag, and then you scan something
You've got
else.
to go. You have to say Milky Way or something. You're no longer allowed to say Reese's.
Why not?
You just pronounce it Reese's.
No, it's a Reese's cup.
That is nails on the chalkboard.
Oh, you know how he hates that. Why are you doing it?
Talking to uneducated.
We have
hillbilly.
a lot to get to today, so if we could move. Josh, can you get that?
Hello, Bob and Tom Show.
Hello.
Yeah.
Is it Chick?
Are you guys going ahead and doing the show?
Somehow we are.
Oh, well. What's going on? Hey, Josh, we're not on the air yet, right?
No, not yet. So you can say anything you like.
Did Tom buy it that I'm having a gallbladder?
Dude, he totally did. And he's going to buy that I'm going to have a diarrhea attack in about half an hour. We're going to party! My back hurts!
That the diarrhea mention, that actually plays into my story. That's what happened last night. I thought I was constipated. So I took a bunch of laxatives, and I still had pain in the middle of my chest, like the scene in Alien.
Yeah.
And so I tried to go to sleep, couldn't, and came to the emergency room, and my gallbladder and I have decided to separate.
Oh.
So,
how about the bucket of diarrhea? What'd you do with that?
Oh, Tom.
Of course.
Gosh. The man's going to have surgery, and all you can think about is his
He said he underscored the diarrhea component of his background story.
That's exactly right. And but later this afternoon, it's a laparoscopic surgery, Tom.
I know. Kelly had it. It was it's quick and relatively common, so you'll be just fine.
Yeah.
Yep, and maybe I won't be able to come back to work, though, for, they said 3.5 weeks.
Oh, really?
Oh, really?
Yeah. Yeah. They're going to err on the side of caution.
I see.
I was talking to my new favorite doctor, Dr. Trusty.
Yeah.
That's his name.
I know that, and he told me, I told him the story about, I don't know if I need to tell you guys this, but I can be moody every now and then, and down and out of sorts, and I'm sure I hide it, but I said that that has been the case the last 3 or 4 days, and he said, well, a lot of times some people are that way with something like this coming up.
Wow.
So there you go.
So is that when you asked him for the pain meds?
I am flying, brother.
I can tell. Did you go to Godwin's house?
That was the weird part. The doctor said, "You want some Godwin sauce?" That's what they call it.
Godwin sauce.
Godwin sauce.
So, are you still at the hospital?
Yeah, I'm in one hospital, and they have to transfer me to another hospital because it doesn't have anything to do with my heart. Okay. And of course, the hospital. They can't just, do everything.
No.
A hospital, just a heart.
No, you and I spoke earlier this morning at 3 a.m. and you indicated you got a ride to the hospital, but you did leave the keys to your cool car for me to use while you're gone. Did you leave them on the kitchen island? Because Ace wants to use it this afternoon.
I'm sorry, who wants to use it this afternoon?
Ace wants to drive that really cool little car you've got, the one that has the...
Well, you know what? Actually, yeah, he can, because he was the only one to come out to the parking lot and listen to Tone Loc on my stereo system as I was leaving yesterday. I made that invitation, and nobody else came out but Ace.
I wanted to, but we were still on the air.
Yeah, that's right.
Yes, remember my statement of clarification yesterday in which I indicated that Greenwich Mean Time, they set the clock based on the time 10:01 a.m. Eastern Standard Time when you walk out the door.
You know it's getting earlier.
Yes, they're going to have to reset Big Ben. The bell, I know. Well, are you still in your street clothes, or are they having one of those gowns?
I have a gown. I'm wearing a gown over a pair of very nice shorts, a Robert Graham short.
Oh, I love Robert Graham.
Nice. We have shorts in the news today, my friend.
Shorts? Like shorts?
Shorts in the news. Tom Brady is releasing a line of underwear.
Well, there goes that.
Because obviously he must. Obviously he must need the extra money.
Yeah. He's calling it Brady, right? He has T-shirts and warm-ups and, the whole thing.
Unbelievable. Now, so are you going to be moved via ambulance, or do you get to get a ride over there?
No. Well, you guys know where I am. It's just a big complex. I go in an underground tunnel, and they take me to the other hotel.
It's kind of a fun ride.
Do they take you in a wheelchair, or do they put you on a gurney?
I just had to go have my ultrasound, and the guy took me in a wheelchair. So I don't know.
Go for the gurney. That way, if your heart explodes on the way, it's a lot easier to keep pushing you.
You're supposed to be his friend.
You think my heart's going to explode?
No. You want to know what's wild here? Actually, this won't surprise you, Chick. That's not the worst thing you said this morning.
No, it's not.
I got stuff like I bring it on myself. I can just imagine.
Do you need a ride home from the hospital? I'll pick you up.
No.
I'll pick you up in your car.
Screech.
Hey, Chick, can I come by? Do they have that good ice at the hospital, that Sonic ice? Can I come by with my little cold cooler and fill up?
Absolutely. You mentioned my name.
All right, cool. Tell the doctor I'll be there.
So you show up at the hospital with a cooler, somebody's going to throw a heart in it.
Do you have to spend the night?
Yes, I won't go home. What did I say? 3.5 weeks?
Oh.
No, I maybe get home tomorrow, possibly.
What time are they cutting you open?
We haven't decided that yet. Sometime this afternoon.
All right.
Okay. Are they going through the front or the back?
Yeah, they go through my anus for a gallbladder.
Is that something?
Yeah, that costs extra, but you'll enjoy the ride.
Well, most of that cost, I was getting a smile off my face. Is that right, Colin? Is that what you're thinking?
I'm glad they found out. I'm glad you feel better after this. This will be nice.
Well, I don't feel better yet.
No, you will. You will. Yeah. You sure will.
Okay, when you get in the wheelchair.
What does the gallbladder do? Do we know?
No one knows. No one's sure yet.
The bile, I think.
No one knows what the gallbladder does. No one knows what the appendix does. Nobody knows.
The gallbladder has some function. I mean, but they'll give you some pills to make up for it, I think. I'm not sure.
They do?
Ask if you can keep it.
No, I'm not going to. You do get to keep your stones. Maybe I'll bring the stones in.
Man. Yeah, we would like to see those.
Have you seen like a glass? Think of a glass jar with popcorn in it. That's what a gallstone looks like.
Huh.
Okay. Just see if you can keep. We'll put it in a jar. We'll put pictures of it on our website and stuff. Social media. That'll get people looking. Oh, thanks, Chick. Hope you feel better.
That's great. Thanks, guys.
Love you, man. See you, pal.
Okay.
Go ahead and do the show without me.
We're look. It's
going great.
The gallbladder is.
You missed breakfast with the Beatles.
Oh,
it was a 10-minute thing.
God.
Oh, it was brutal.
Yeah, Jerry and the Pacemakers.
No,
it was awesome.
Awful,
I'd switch places with you if I could, pal.
All right, see you. See you in the next life.
Okay.
Oh, don't say that.
All right.
The gallbladder is a sac located under the liver. It stores and concentrates bile produced in the liver.
I think I said that.
Yeah,
you did, but I'm.
Yeah, this is not a good show for medical advice. Just go see a doctor if you're having problems or talk to a medical professional. You know what? I can give you some good health advice. Yeah, this is very common knowledge. Sleeping is great.
Oh, yeah.
Sleeping is important. Be sure to get plenty of it. This is the sleep season, the official sleep season, which means that Sleep Number, the home of the Sleep Number bed, has one of their best deals ever. I'll tell you about it in just a second. First, a quick survey. I can attest to this. Chick McGee's Sleep Number setting is a crisp 100. That means at the touch of a button, he gets his mattress at the firm level of 100, whereas Christy Lee, your Sleep Number setting is 45.
What is yours?
That's marshmallow-like. I'm kind of a 85-ish.
Okay.
Sometimes I go a little higher. I like
Depending
that
on your
firm
mood.
mattress, yes. And I have the Sleep Number bed that has that thingy where you press the button, bzzzt, and it raises your back.
Lower.
Oh, your legs. I love that. Very handy. Sleep Number. Okay, Josh, I give up. What's your Sleep Number setting?
It's 65. Thank you for asking.
Okay, that's very exciting. So you want to
Very
choose
mediocre.
proven quality sleep. I've had my Sleep Number bed, I was thinking about this, 17 years. I've had this one. That's how much I like it. So check it out by going to sleepnumber.com/BT show. I can assure you it is the best bed you will ever have. And it should be called the Freedom Bed because either side of the bed has its own setting. It's very simple. So if he or she over there wants their mattress at a different setting, guess what? Touch of a button, they get it done. How smart is that? Well, these beds are called smart beds because the Sleep Number 360 smart bed is on sale right now. In fact, you can save up to 50%. That's huge. Get the details, sleepnumber.com/BT show. Subject to credit approval, minimum monthly payments are required. See sleepnumber.com for all the details because every great day starts the night before with a Sleep Number bed. Once again, the special 360 smart bed. This is their biggest sale of the year. Check it out right now. Tell them the Bob and Tom Show sent you. Coming back, we have acronym news, interesting things on baseball gloves, and other delights. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
For a complete copy of the Bob and Tom Show contest rules, go to bobandtom.com/contest-rules. Or just scroll down to the bottom of the page and see contest rules. This is the Bob and Tom Show. Things you hear on the Bob and Tom Show.
Norman, honey, what you doing? It's getting late.
I'm downstairs, honey. Just getting some cereal. Snookums.
Thank God he found it. I was getting desperate. I hope this works. You know, Judy tried it with Ted, and she said he's become insatiable.
Boy, will Snookums be in for a treat, because her hubby is chomping on the new cereal for men who are sexually dysfunctional. It's Nuttin' Raisin, honey.
This sure is tasty. Honey, I'll be right up.
Nuttin' Raisin Honey, the cereal that gets you up in the morning, or any time for that matter. Nuttin' Raisin Honey. Eat them from the bowl or right out of the box.
Hey, don't say we didn't warn you. There's laughter ahead. This is Bob and Tom 24/7.
How you doing this morning? My name is Mark Allison. Thanks for being here on Bob and Tom 24/7 live comedy. Yes, please. Coming up on Friday, June 17th at the Irving Theater. That's in Indianapolis, Indiana. That's East Washington Street. Doors open 6:30. The show starts at 7:30. What am I talking about? Well, it's a night of live comedy with the Bob and Tom Show and helping send local kids to summer camp. That's right. Camp can be very expensive. I don't know if you've driven by any gas stations lately, but It's kind of expensive just to fill up your car, let alone send your kid to camp. So we're going to help out some folks and some kids, and you can help as well. Performances by Willie Griswold, Jeff Oskey, Josh Arnold, and my gosh, Pat Godwin. Hosted Tom Griswold and Chick McGee. Tickets available at bobandtom.com/comedy show. Again, Friday, June 17th. Doors open 6:30. Show starts at 7:30. Tickets just $40. We do have some limited VIP tickets for $100. Remember, all the money's going to help kids go to summer camp. Help out if you can. Come and see some live comedy. It's going to be a lot of fun. I'll be there. You're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7. Good morning. I'm Mark Allison with things you may have missed on this Wednesday. It's the inflation you're not supposed to see. From toilet paper to yogurt to corn chips, manufacturers quietly shrinking package sizes without lowering prices. I noticed it in my ranch dressing the other day. It's dubbed shrinkflation, and it's accelerating worldwide. In the U.S., a small box of Kleenex now 60 tissues. A few months ago, 65. You guessed it. In the U.K., Nestle slimmed down coffee tins from 100 grams to 90 grams. Shrinkflation isn't new, experts say. It proliferates in times of high inflation as companies grapple with rising costs for ingredients, packaging, labor, and transportation. Brittany Griner, easily the most prominent American locked up by a foreign country. The WNBA star's case tangled up with that of another prisoner few Americans have ever heard of. Paul Whelan has been held in Russia since his December 2018 arrest on espionage charges he and the U.S. government say are false. He was left out of a prisoner exchange in April that brought home yet another detainee, Marine veteran Trevor Reed. That resolution escalates pressure on the Biden administration to avoid a repeat scenario of another one-for-one swap that does not include Whelan. Meanwhile, Brittany Griner sits in a jail in Russia. That's a look at things you may have missed. More of the Bob and Tom Show coming up.
Ladies and gentlemen, Bob and Tom.
Who's the sexy guy imitating Ace? It's Josh Arnold with his joke of the day. Go ahead.
What's the difference between Amber Heard and Sasquatch? What? Sasquatch doesn't in your bed.
You know something? Ace probably could have delivered that properly.
She gave it the right kind of flavor there.
Bob and Tom in the morning and highlights all day long.
The Bob and Tom Show, weekday mornings at 6 a.m. Eastern on Bob and Tom 24/7.
Hello, this is comedian John Evans. Padoom, 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 and you're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
How many times have you been auditioning for like a civic theater production or a Broadway musical or a church show or a school show, something like that, and you had a great audition, you sang a song, maybe you told a joke or two, and then the director comes up to you and says,
great audition, kid, and your resume looks good, but do you know any pig Latin?
You'll never be caught in this position again if you enroll now in Hachi's Academy of Theatrical Arts and Pig Latin. At the Hachi Academy of Theatrical Arts and Pig Latin, you'll learn to act your way through some of the world's greatest theatrical masterpieces, and you'll do them entirely in Pig Latin. Things like Death of a Salesman.
At ye ime ad day.
Oh,
nay.
umbe.
Oh, nay.
Umbe. Old reruns of Hogan's Heroes.
Ink clay. Oh, yay, idiot, yay.
Oh, yay, Ice Ray. General J. Orculter Bay. And, of course, the classics of Shakespeare.
Ute eBay. Oye, atne, ute eBay. At they, is ye, aye, eschenque. Other way, aye,
There's still some financial scholarships available for women aged 18 to 25. Let me teach you to act in Pig Latin. For more information, write to Hachi.
Be a good time.
Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Christy Lee, how the heck are you?
I'm great, Josh. Thanks for asking.
I see
How are
that
you?
stack of news. We'll get to that in a little bit.
Yeah.
Pat Godwin in the performance room. How you doing,
Probably
Josh?
read it first.
Sitting in for Chick McGee, who called in just a little bit ago to give us an update on his health. He's going to be just fine. Bit of a procedure today. It's Jeff Oskey. Hello. Ace Cosby at the programming board.
That's good stuff, Maynard.
It absolutely is. And most people know exactly what you meant by that.
Nope.
Willie Griswold, how are you?
Good morning, Josh. I'm great.
Good.
What's the phrase again?
That's good stuff, Maynard.
Okay.
Yeah. Tom?
Sorry, that was a phrase that most of us missed somehow. Now, is there an acronym for that?
No, I doubt it.
TGSM?
Yes. We were talking about acronyms because of something on Jeopardy.
Yeah, big stink.
It really, I mean, so it must have been an on-line stink because during the episode, everybody seemed fine.
But it was apparently a lot of acronyms no one had ever heard of, apparently.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
Who has the time? I agree.
Yeah.
Gosh.
So it's a new language. Thank you once again. Thanks to texting. Apparently, all of the what TMI, too much information, right?
That's a real one.
Yeah,
You hear that one a lot.
That's a good one.
Sure.
WTF.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now immortalized by Mark Maron.
Mm-hmm.
Although, did you notice when he had President Barack Obama on, he dropped his intro?
Oh, did he?
That explains the sort of.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
It gives the full meaning of WTF.
Surprised me.
Yeah. They're curious that he would do
he's
that.
pretty crude in the intro.
Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. We have a lot to get to. Josh, are you going to be sitting in with the Sportscast? Is that correct?
Sure, yeah. Okay. Earlier you mentioned Tom Brady. Let me get this.
Hey, welcome to my world, Joshy.
Hello, Bob and Tom Show.
Hey, Bob and Tom, it's Donnie Baker.
Hey, Donnie, you're up early.
Well, I heard Chick bragging about his gallbladder procedure.
Yep.
And I hate to top him, but I've been dealing with bad toothache all week.
I hate it.
really?
Are you going to the dentist today?
No, I broke off part of my incisor eating an expired bit of honey, Tom.
Oh, yikes.
It taught me a lesson. Never eat an oat bit of honey that you find in Woofy's old trick-or-treat bag.
I wouldn't eat one fresh out of the factory.
I've been trying to numb the pain with ibuprofens and shots of Fireball regular. So now my tooth and my liver hurt. Heck, I might see if Chick has a bunk bed for me. Tooth pain's the worst. I'd rather let Joan Jett stomp me in the crouch while listening to a Joan Jett tape than deal with them dicks that pass themselves off as dentists.
Oh, they're very good. They help you very much. Now,
Well, I've decided I'm just going to pull it myself.
No.
I watched a video on YouTube explaining how to extract your own teeth.
Don't do that.
Well, there's nothing you can't fix nowadays without a YouTube video. Broken washer, YouTube it. Busted water pump in your gremlin, YouTube it. Root canal, same difference.
Yeah.
Well,
This dude I found on YouTube goes by a screen name DIY Dentist. He's got like over 1,000 subscribers. So you know he's got to be good. Don't confuse him with the DIY dildo.
Okay.
Her channel's way more popular, Josh. It won't fix your teeth, but you may chip one depending on what you're into.
Okay, DIY dildo.
Okay, roll tape, Bob and Tom. Hold on just a second. Let me get them needle nose pliers.
Oh, we don't need to hear this, do we?
Oh, God, no.
Oh.
I started out to play first. I expected. Need prayers now.
Hang up the phone.
Oh, my gosh.
Don't do that. Contemporary dentistry. God bless all dentists. We love you. That is very important. Don't pull out your own teeth.
God, no.
I've seen
Who would
it
even think?
What? I have. I was at this kind of a rough bar. And, I'm not making this up.
Kind of a rough.
And I went into the bathroom, and it was a one-seater type deal.
Yeah.
And I'm standing, urinating, and all of a sudden the door busts in, and the guy, he goes, "I'm so sorry, but I have to do this right now." And he had, pliers.
Oh.
And he just goes, and I watched him yank his tooth out while I was peeing.
What?
No.
And blood just filled the sink, and he goes, "Oh," and he had a mouthful of blood. He goes, "That's so much better." What? And I'm not kidding. And then he held up the pliers, and there was the molar that he pulled out. It just had almost a perfect circle hole in the center of it.
You're certain you weren't on some magic show.
I know I wasn't.
That wasn't a puncture carbonara effect.
And then I came back out, and he was sitting there drinking with his buddies. They were like celebrating.
He said the
pain
thing I've
almost
ever heard.
immediately went away. Oh, it was nuts.
Wow.
Wait, did he have the pliers on them, or did he ask?
I don't know if he borrowed them, or I mean, he probably had them in his car or his truck.
You've been sitting on this story for 5 years.
It didn't. There was no reason for it to come up. I don't think. But
If that happened, I would think about that every day of my life.
oh, dude, it was brutal.
What city were you in?
St. Louis.
Oh, St.
We
Louis.
just gotten off. I just gotten off work.
Oh my goodness.
That is rough. Did you know you're a big hockey fan?
Yeah.
Yeah, a friend of mine was the trainer for a hockey team. And did you know that they have this new contemporary, obviously, technology with regard to tooth loss at hockey games for the players?
Yeah, they're able to just almost put them right
They've
back.
got these little kits they use, and they sort of shove them back in, and then they get them to a proper dentist the next day.
Yeah. And usually they go ahead and bail on the tooth and just have get a bridge or whatever that.
Yeah, but they can stick them back in under certain circumstances. But
You guys make fun of me and my friends. I don't have a friend who's a trainer for a hockey team.
well, he was my physical therapist for many years post accident. So
yeah, it's pretty cool.
Got to know him. Great guy. He's the one who has the wife that has the parrots that can imitate their dogs. And his
Notice how he said his wife has the parrots.
Well, I mean, he I'm sure has to deal with them. Yeah, these. I'm not sure if they're parrots or what kind of bird. That they're this beautiful bird will
African gray pocket.
I'm not sure, but as he explained it, the parrot or whatever it is can mimic the sounds of a dog.
Right.
So when the dogs leave the room, the parrot will start barking and they come flying in looking for another dog. Don't you love a bird that has a great sense of humor?
Oh, yeah.
That's just terrific. In any event.
Oh, that's a cute story.
I would like to say hats off to all contemporary dentists and hygienists,
Love our
et cetera.
dentists.
Sure.
Every time I hear someone go, oh, in a previous life, I'd be a princess. No, in a previous life, you'd be a toothless serf.
Or dead.
Yeah, lucky to make it to the age of 22, if not die in childbirth. So thank God that your dentist is here to make sure that your teeth are sparkling clean and in place. And don't pull them out without consulting the proper authorities.
Well, this guy seemed to be all right.
That's what I was doing today.
Yeah, you don't read a lot about quality dentistry in a bar.
Bathroom, yeah.
But Donnie does raise a good point. I imagine you can probably go online and find videos to do anything.
Yeah, no.
But a lot of medical procedures, once again, run them by a pro.
That's good advice.
How to take out your own appendix. No!
Don't do that.
Just because it's on the internet doesn't mean it's a good idea. And that's sports. Thanks very much.
Well, no, we've got plenty.
When we come back, we have sporting news.
I had a story out of, I'm told it's pronounced Phuket, but when we come back, I'll tell you how I think it's actually pronounced.
Oh, really?
How do you spell it?
Phuket.
We'll find out how that goes when we come back. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
This is the Bob and Tom Show. Text us at 888-262-8661. More Bob and Tom next. morning laughter just might be the best medicine.
I can hear you, oh no. You're talking out your ass again.
Bob and Tom 24/7.
Hey, speaking of live comedy coming up this or I should say not this Saturday, a week from Saturday. Let's look at a calendar, Mark. June 18th. That's all you need to know. Pivot Brewing Company in Lexington, Kentucky. My gosh, Willie Griswold, Jeff Oskey, and David Brooks all live on stage. If you like live comedy, Pivot Brewing Company, the place to be. Again, Lexington, Kentucky, right in the heart of Kentucky. Saturday, June 18th, the Pivot Brewing Company. Willie Griswold, Jeff Oskey, and David Brooks. It's going to be a great show, and you can find out more and tickets at Willie's Instagram, willie.griswold. You kids know how to work the Insta? We have fun, don't we? You're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7 Sexy Time. Allie Breen coming up in the 9 o'clock hour. Stay tuned. Good morning. I'm Mark Allison with your Bob and Tom news headlines. Democratic U.S. Representative Karen Bass and billionaire developer Rick Caruso breezed past a large field of rivals looking to be the next mayor of Los Angeles and advanced to a runoff election in November. After an early tally of mail-in ballots Tuesday showed Caruso with a 41%, Bass 38%. Caruso, a Republican-turned-Democrat, positioned himself as an outsider who blames the city's progressive leadership for unchecked homelessness and unsafe streets. Bass would become the first woman and second black person to hold the job in the nation's second most populous city. The winner in November will replace outgoing Mayor Eric Garcetti. Target is canceling orders from suppliers, particularly for home goods and clothing, and it's slashing prices further to clear out amassed inventory ahead of the critical fall and holiday shopping seasons. The action come after a pronounced spending shift by Americans due to the inflation we're all experiencing. The speed at which Americans pivoted away from pandemic spending laid bare in the most recent quarterly financial filings from a number of major retailers. And an Albany City court has been closed for fumigation after hundreds of cockroaches were released during a fight that broke out in an arraignment. Court officials say the clash broke out Tuesday during a proceeding for four people. A defendant who started to film the courtroom proceedings was told to stop. In the altercation that followed, hundreds of cockroaches brought into the courthouse in plastic containers were released. The bug release being investigated while the courthouse was closed for the rest of the day for fumigation. That's a look at your news headlines. More of the Bob and Tom Show coming up.
Hey, don't say we didn't warn you.
I'm warning you, don't do that.
There's laughter ahead.
I should be having a better time if this is a party.
This is Bob and Tom 24/7.
Frigamall Broadcasting presents another Bob and Tom Olympic moment in history.
Beautiful Katharina Witt of East Germany became a household name in women's figure skating after her gold medal performance at the 1984 Winter Games in Sarajevo. 4 years later, at the Calgary Games, she successfully defended her title. Then, 10 years after that, in 1998, she posed naked in Playboy magazine, a move which critics said severely tarnished her image and marketability. Men throughout the world were outraged. If Katerina were going to pose nude, why had she not done it in 1988 when we were all fascinated by what she must look like without clothing?
Yeah.
To wait 10 years after her physical prime, when we had all clearly moved on to Nancy Kerrigan, was a slap in the face to male fans everywhere and goes against the very spirit of the Olympic Games.
Yes.
Hello, Michelle Kwan, are you listening?
It has been another Bob and Tom Olympic moment in history.
Hi, this is comedian Tim Cavanaugh, and you're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
You know you're too high when you're eating cereal naked and your girlfriend tells you to put some clothes on. You realize it's not your girlfriend, it's just a woman on a bus. That's how you know you're too high.
Bob and Tom 24/7.
Equipment rental.
Hey, this is the Bob and Tom Show. Christy Lee.
Hi.
Hi.
How's it going, Josh?
You had a little coffee spill there.
Yeah, what an
But I don't need to
idiot.
tell you that.
No.
It's okay.
I'm
Pat
an idiot.
Godwin, how the heck are you?
Hey, timeless and chick. Hey, Josh.
I'm sure we'll have more music coming from you.
I'm done.
Oh, all right.
No, do you want to do another Beatles trivia thing?
No, we don't. Jeff Oskey sitting in for Mr. Chick McGee today, who's getting a laparoscopic gallbladder surgery. He's going to be all right, but send your letters and drawings and upskirt pics to... Oh, I'm not supposed to give out his email address?
Yeah,
What is this?
I'm watching an internet video on how to do home gallbladder surgery.
Oh, all right.
I'm going to be doing... Chick's going to save some money. Instead of having a doctor do it, I'm going to do it for him.
Oh, that'll be very nice.
Okay.
Ace Cosby.
Is there anything you don't do?
Oh, you have to clean the razor blade? Oh,
running the board. Willie Griswold over there.
That's what he thinks an internet video sounds like.
That's the best part of that.
It is mine.
Yesterday I'm having lunch.
And that's Tom Griswold.
I'm having lunch with Kelly and with Finn. And Finn is 9 and is obsessed with Apple products.
Okay.
That's all she knows more about them. We'll go to the Apple store at least an hour a week. We go in there all the time. All the guys know her and the ladies know her. Mm-hmm. She loves everything about them. And yesterday she goes, "Do you know that you can get a keyboard that when you press it, it makes a typewriter sound?"
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
So does she want one of those?
Yeah, it's kind of an old-fashioned keyboard that has it has the what are these called?
You can do that now, can't you?
Yeah, but this one, the keys actually go down. They're raised,
I love that. I miss that.
They're raised like a quarter of an inch.
Yes.
It's an aftermarket keyboard you can get. So,
Do you know they have word processors that you can't plug into the internet for anything?
Yeah, those are great too.
I think that we should get you one of those. It's just like a typewriter, but it's like a computer. You can't hook it up to anything, even if you want to, and it's just for getting your work done.
Yeah, but Tom's pretty disciplined.
You think so?
Yeah, I get the impression he's pretty disciplined.
yeah, I don't get too distracted.
Oh, no, I get so distracted.
I mean, this morning.
Oh, you mean just so for you to write on?
Yeah, I got to write a bit or something, and then I'm sitting down and I'm emailing a friend from college, and then I'm checking the lines.
I was pretty good this morning. I went to sodomigo.com.
Yeah, how was that?
Good. It was the special D cup issue this morning.
Oh,
You know what? I almost wish you had.
You know, my internet history. If you're having trouble
Yeah.
sleeping,
No joke.
Okay, now let's see. Chick says it looks like they're going to take the gallbladder out this afternoon.
Okay.
So, a little bit of an update. So,
Glad to hear it.
Chick doing well. He'd been feeling a little under the weather. And not to get too serious, but there was an article written about my situation with my heart over the summer. And they put one in. I know. Very funny.
We wouldn't ever do that.
The key to all this stuff is if you're feeling sick, talk to a medical professional. It may not be just like, oh, I've got the COVID, I'll be okay. No, it could be something very serious that these brilliant physicians can help you with. So remember, ask a quality person in the medical biz, and they'll give you some better advice than we can. Now, we have yet to get to sports.
Well, we had probably the biggest story of the day, the Denver Broncos potentially being sold for $4.65 billion.
Does that really mean anything? I mean, it's
What does that mean?
It's probably going to go through. I can't imagine why the owners would.
It's like billionaires trading yachts. I mean,
well, it means that hey, probably Denverites can relax and know that their team's going to stay put.
Yeah, there's that.
Unless they get a better offer.
I don't think they're going to.
The pantheon of...
Who's going to spend more than that on a team?
What's his face wants to buy Twitter for, what is it, $44 billion?
Yeah,
well, that seems to be ending, but I would think that, NFL teams actually make money. Twitter doesn't at this point. It's losing money. I don't get it.
I don't know that owning Twitter is about money, but
it's about controlling the information flow.
Oh God, I hope not. In fact, he seems to be the opposate of hey, anything goes on Twitter. But
that's what they say. That's what Big Brother always says.
Yeah, but who knows? Yeah, I'd rather buy a pile of dog crap than any social media. But that's just me.
You can at least grow stuff with dog crap.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. If you go to dogcrap.com, which by the way I did right after I went to Sodomigo's D cup issue this morning.
If I could light Twitter on fire and put it on my neighbor's porch. Now we're talking. Don't put it out with your boots, Earl.
No, it's much funnier if they're wearing flip-flops.
Tom, you mentioned this earlier. Tom Brady has launched an underwear line. That's right. The quarterback announced the new undergarments in an Instagram post.
Is he modeling?
Yep.
Well, he is. And his wife, Giselle Bundchen, has... doesn't that kind of sound like a cereal? Mm-hmm. Giselle Bundchen's... Bunches in the morning. Of Giselle.
To me,
Bunchin in the morning. Yeah.
Bunchin. Bunchin sounds like a type of underwear.
Yeah, but it sounds like a bad type of underwear.
They're terrible. The reviews, they're bunching my crack.
Dude, if he doesn't do an ad where he says, "Don't get your panties in a bunchin," what's he even doing?
Yeah. Well, why is he doing this?
Well,
how could he possibly need any more money?
Well, here's the thing. This isn't totally a money play, he said.
It's not?
He said the line will feature $15 briefs and $20 boxer briefs, so he's not going... Like, let's say if Kanye came out with a line of underwear, does he have one?
He's got stuff through APC, specifically the hip-hop T-shirt that sold for $300.
Exactly. Like that guy, the boxer briefs would be $400.
Exactly.
Right. At least Brady's making them for the everyman. $15, and even that's... If I'm paying, honestly, $20 for underwear, there better be a 4-pack.
Yeah.
Probably not. What's your slogan? Bunchin', what is it again?
Don't get your panties in a bunchin'.
Okay, I think it should be. How about this? Because he's a quarterback, obviously. How about keep your sack from getting sacked?
Sure.
Okay. Something. Something. It's a pretty cool. Have you seen the picture of him? He's kind of casual. Looks like his hair's all messed up. He's at the sink.
Handsome fella, and they look like comfortable underwear. I'm not a boxer brief guy.
If you look closely, there's a picture of Gronkowski right there in the ball area.
Well, did you? Gronk is actually coming out with his own line of underwear for ladies called Badunka Gronks. They're very popular.
Are they? They're selling well?
Oh my gosh, she grabs his crotch at one point. She apparently shot this video.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And she says somebody has new underwear.
Yeah, and he puts the towel up in front of the camera like, what are you doing? And then he...
Oh, look, it puts your balls exactly where they want to be, just like when you throw, Tom.
That's pretty good.
Oh, God.
Well, they'll be available June 9th, so Tamari.
Oh, in this picture, in honor of his team, of course, he plays for Ace.
Oh, geez. You know what this is going to be.
Tampa Bay.
The Buccaneers. And you notice that one of his balls has an eye patch over it.
I thought you were going to go the typical Brady that makes his balls look deflated.
Oh, yeah.
How dare you. Pat, do you have a song?
This is the story of a man named Brady who was selling his own brand of underwear. And judging by the fit of his new boxers, he has no pubic hair. You would think that a man like Brady, with his fortune, wouldn't bother with this stuff. He gets millions for playing football and broadcasting, but that's not enough. Key change, because one day Mr. Brady got caught cheating, and his image was tainted in the fall. Now underwear and Super Bowl victories will distract and inflate Tom Brady's balls. Tom Brady's balls. Tom Brady's balls. Buy a pair and be snug like Brady's balls. There you go.
Brady.
Wow. Now, what is the Gronk line called again? I'm very excited about this.
The Donker Gronks?
Yeah,
those are for the ladies.
God,
that is funny.
Probably should have saved that for Phil to mention.
Okay. Now, Jeff Oskey, who was sitting in for the Chickster, although not doing the sports broadcast.
That's correct.
Because
you don't trust
I know nothing.
Did you play sport? Did you play sports in high school?
I played soccer and golf.
You play golf?
Yeah.
Really?
Well, I
That's
used to
fairly good.
Back when I did.
You're a golfer.
Didn't have to pay for it.
You got more of a caddy vibe going on. Does that make sense?
I can see that.
You know what I'm talking about?
Hey, look, the greenskeeper's taking some shots.
Now, we should point out, for those that can't see you have a beard like a young Santa Claus.
Yeah.
Very, very bushy, thick, and long.
Yes.
You don't see a lot of beards like that on a golf course.
I don't. Yeah, well, yeah, they're usually the greenskeeper.
Very clean shaven, yes.
I mean, like Dustin Johnson, he's got sort of, like, it's a nice beard, more like a Josh's beard, I would say.
Yeah, but it's not like that.
Oh, of course not. Goodness no.
What does your girlfriend think of that?
She loves it.
bothers her nothing at all. She doesn't care.
No, it's a good
She doesn't care what about you or about the beard.
No, it's closer to like a
You're in the
hockey
hot seat
player.
today.
A lot of hockey guys have that. It's a great beard, man.
Yeah, sure. She doesn't mind, obviously. She's
No, if
been
she
with me
did,
for 7
yeah.
years.
Yeah.
How long have you had that?
For like 7 years.
So when she met you, you look like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Christy's
No.
suggestion.
The way Christy asked it was like when she met you, were you holding a cardboard sign?
Can you imagine if this were two guys talking and one pointed at the other guy's wife and said, "Now, did she look like that when you married her?" I mean, the world would end.
Yeah, not a nice thing to say to
Jeff
a
knows
coworker.
I love him. That's not what I meant.
But you're also not a big beard.
I am
lady.
not a
No.
big beard girl.
Now, I want to say that Jeffrey
clean shaven.
is a stand-up comedian, and you've got a couple cool gigs coming up. I know that you're going to be helping us out, raise some money to send some kids to summer camp. That particular show is going to be Friday, June 17th, along with Mr. Godwin, Mr. Arnold. Chick and I will be your hosts. Ace will be there, and Willie G on stage. But while I'm at it, Willie has a show coming up with Mr. Oskey and Mr. David Brooks. That's coming up Saturday, June 18th at the Pivot Brewing Company. That's a free show.
In Lexington, yeah, come
That'll
hang
be
out.
awesome. And then Saturday, June 25th, Willie's at the Embassy Suites in Jonesboro, Arkansas with Jeff Oskey and Donnie Baker.
That's right.
Yikes. Wow. Bring bail money. For Donnie, I'm just saying, just anticipating that. That's some cool stuff coming up.
You know what else is coming up?
What's that?
What?
Father's Day.
Yes.
That's right. And what do dads want?
Steaks.
Who wants steaks?
Dads.
Yeah, that's exactly right. We've got a letter here. I don't know if Jay is a father or not, but he said, just wanted to let you know I bought Omaha Steaks because of you guys. Josh raves about the apple tartlets, but don't forget the cheesecake sampler. It's good stuff, Maynard, and that's really in there. Just getting ready to sit down to their shepherd's pie. You see, Omaha Steaks is more than just steaks. It's all kinds of wonderful quality food. But I would like to highlight something incredible going on for those dads. That's right. The Dads Want Steaks package. Visit omahasteaks.com, type BTS into the search bar, and for $99, you're going to get this limited time package that includes 16 mouthwatering entrees that Dad is guaranteed to love. You've got your smoky, tender, bacon-wrapped filet mignons, gourmet jumbo franks, and we were eating those yesterday for a wonderful. And again, we're always.
Is this a typo? $99 for?
Not at all. No, it's a terrific deal. But the jumbo franks, the smiles on everybody's faces, and the oh my gosh, I forgot how good these were.
Yes.
Air-chilled boneless chicken breasts, and as I mentioned earlier, those caramel apple tartlets. As a special gift for you, our listeners, you're going to type BTS into the search bar, and when you do, you'll get 8 free Omaha Steaks burgers when you order the Dads Want Steaks package. Oh my gosh, these burgers are bold, beefy, made from 100% Omaha steak, and they weigh in at a whopping 6 ounces. Don't wait. Send Dad more than just a gift. Send him an experience he can share with you. Go to omahasteaks.com, type BTS into the search bar, order the Dads Want Steaks package. You'll get 16 entrees, 4 desserts, and those 8 free Omaha Steaks burgers. Omaha Steaks isn't just steak, it's the best steak of your life. That's omahasteaks.com, keyword BTS.
Delicious. Remember all those dads in your life?
Yeah.
Your brother's a dad. Oh, just send them some steaks. They're going to love it. We're coming right back. We have a very unusual set of robberies in the news, including a jet ski and a safe. Not in the same story. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Bob and Tom.
If you irradiate poop, it will be sterile, but it's still poop.
You can pick your morning radio show, but you can't wipe Bob and Tom on the couch.
Good morning, Mark Allison with you. You are listening to Bob and Tom 24/7, and don't forget, you can watch Bob and Tom tonight on Bob and Tom's YouTube channel, 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific, a video webcast of highlights from today's show. Tonight, you could see a little Allie Breen, maybe some Jessica Alsman. You never know what you're going to see, but you do know it's going to be funny. And you can find out for yourself, Bob and Tom Tonight. Bob and Tom's YouTube channel, free to subscribe. Click that red button. Join over 100,000 other Bob and Tom fans from around the world who tune in each and every night for Bob and Tom Tonight. Why don't you join them? 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific. Check it out. See bobandtom.com for more details. Good morning. I'm Mark Allison with your Bob and Tom Sports Update. Nikita Khrushchev scored on a breakaway, and Andrei Vasilevsky had 33 saves, helping the Tampa Bay Lightning shut down the New York Rangers 4-1 and evening the NHL's Eastern Conference Final at 2 games apiece. Let me point out, I'm not a hockey fan, and I know I butchered those gentlemen's names. I apologize. Taylor Walls hit a 3-run homer with 2 outs in the 10th inning. The Tampa Bay Rays beat the St. Louis Cardinals 4-2. Walls sent a 2-2 pitch from Drew Verhagen into the right field seats. Alec Boehm and Matt Verling homered off Josh Hader in the 9th inning as the Philadelphia Phillies rallied to defeat the Milwaukee Brewers 3-2 for their 5th straight win. Pretty impressive. They just blew out their manager. Milwaukee held a 2-1 lead in the 9th with its all-star closer on the mound. Get this, Hader hadn't blown a save or allowed a run in 19 previous appearances this year. Boehm belted a leadoff homer off Hader, snapping his streak of 40 straight scoreless appearances dating back to last season. Meanwhile, a 12-game losing skid has cost Los Angeles Angels skipper Joe Madden his job. Remember him? Third base coach Phil Nevin will be the Angels' interim manager. Madden went 130 and 148 with the Angels, who hired him before the coronavirus-shortened 2020 season. After finishing with losing records in Madden's first 2 seasons, the Angels off to a strong 27-17 start to the season before their current losing streak began. And NFL news, back surgery will keep Indianapolis Colts linebacker Darius Leonard out of the week's mandatory minicamp and at least part of training camp. Coach Frank Reich says the 3-time All-Pro scheduled to have a procedure Tuesday as Indy opened its 3-day practice session. Leonard played through a bad ankle last season and had surgery earlier this offseason. Reich said the back injury also bothered Leonard, and he opted for surgery when it didn't feel any better. That's a quick look at your sports headlines. More of the Bob and Tom Show coming up.
Things you hear on the Bob and Tom Show.
Hello. Bonjour. The perfect gift has arrived for the single man. The new cologne from the makers of Clintorius and Bonaire. France's most noted fashion designer, yours truly, Mr. Béchon of Paris, has developed an exciting and stimulating new scent for men.
Honey, come on. You've been in the bathroom for half an hour. What are you doing in there?
Just enjoying my, Mr. Bation.
Mr. Béchon. Just slap a little on. Repeatedly.
Oh, God. Thanks, I needed that.
Is that Mr. Bation?
Yeah, I think that's the sign.
Mr. Béchon.
You're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
Don't.
Essential Morning Radio. This is Bob and Tom 24/7. 24/7.
The next time you're traveling, don't forget about the historical and beautiful state of Illinois. Catch a Cubs game at Wrigley Field in Chicago. Hit a riverboat casino in Peoria. And make sure you visit the charming community of Effingham, Illinois, where Interstate 70 meets the Little Wabash River.
And whenever you're in Effingham, visit the Effinghouse Family Restaurant.
Founded in 1854 by the corpulent railroad magnate Colonel Harry S. Effing, the Effinghouse Family Restaurant is one of America's oldest and finest dining establishments.
Start your day with the delicious Effing Country Breakfast featuring an Effing omelet with toast, grits, and a big Effing beverage of your choice.
Or try our BED, the Big Effing Deal. Once again this week, it's Effing ham and eggs.
For lunch, try the huge Effing burger, pan-fried in a rich butter sauce mixed with big Effing egg yolks. We call it the Effing Heart Attack.
It's an effing experience you'll never forget. And what about dinner?
Juicy Effing steaks with fresh Effing veggies and a creme brulee that's effing out of this effing world. Or go effing nuts with a hot fudge sundae.
How would you rate the Effinghouse Family Restaurant?
It was the best effing experience of my life.
Rate this place? Well, I wouldn't give it a B.
I wouldn't even give it a C because it's effing A.
In Effingham, Illinois, it's the Effinghouse Family Restaurant. You'll have an effing good time.
Hey, it's the Bob and Tom Show. Christy Lee at the news desk.
Yes, sir.
Hi, Pat Godwin.
Hi, Josh.
Enjoyed your music so far. We'll enjoy more coming up. Jeff Oskey sitting in for Mr. Chick McGee, who's getting a laparoscopic gallbladder surgery done this afternoon. He called in earlier. He sounds great.
They're putting a new one in.
He's got
a donor.
Oh, he does. Yeah, good.
Donor.
Well, you can't live without one. So they have to get. In fact, I say put two in.
Yeah. Well, he got it from a monkey.
He did.
Yeah.
One of those monkey gallbladders.
Monkey gallbladder.
Way to call him.
Okay, that's all BS.
An MGB.
Okay. Sorry.
Good to see you, Jeff. Boy, Ace Cosby. Hey. You are looking more and more handsome every time I see you.
Does he owe you money or something? What's going on?
No, the LASIK work.
And Willie Griswold, how are you, pal?
I'm good, Josh. How are you?
Good. Tom?
It's good to see you, Josh.
It's good to see you.
Dipping our toes into the world of sports.
Yes. Yeah, real quick, the Lightning and Rangers are knotted at 2 games apiece in the NHL's Eastern Conference Final.
Well, that's really exciting.
So there's... I had more to say about it, but hey, you know what? Maybe this is a hockey player. This is Josh. How are you? Bob and Tom Show.
Hey, fellas.
Floyd!
Hey. I've enjoyed your B-team program.
Thank you.
I heard tell Chick's having his gallbladder taken out.
Yeah,
that's right.
I'm guessing he's not been wearing his mask regular.
Yeah, that's it.
I'm no psychic, but I can already smell the GoFundMe coming home.
Oh, dude, yeah.
They claim the gallbladder is kind of like a shotgun when you think about it.
Really?
It's better to have one and not need it than it is to need it and not have it.
Yeah, that doesn't apply. Yeah.
Same goes for horseshoes and hand grenades, I guess.
Yeah, sure.
Yes.
It's too bad he's laid up on account he won't get a crack at the big news.
What's that?
Johnny Depp and Amber Heard's place is just going up for sale.
Yes, their penthouse. I saw that.
Right.
Asking almost $2 million for it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, normally you read a real estate ad that says 3 bedrooms, 1.5 bath. But I reckon in that house, bed and bath are kind of all the same. You know? Works out nice if you like the bundle.
Yeah.
I also seen the paper where Evel Knievel's old house is up for sale.
Oh, I didn't see that.
I kicked a shine heard about that. This is the last house he ever lived in, Tom.
Oh.
It's on the golf course. And they claimed you didn't want to hit a ball in his yard.
Really?
He'd jump you.
All right.
Oh, I get it. Sorry.
Known for that.
It took me a second. Yeah. It's like jumps things.
Oh, these cicadas are something else, aren't they?
Oh, you must be somewhere we're not.
You know, anything that hibernates for 17 years should either stay there or run for Congress. Vote them all out.
Vote them all.
Thank you. It was very helpful.
Very good, Floyd.
Are we having cicadas this year?
There's
I thought
different
that was
types of
last
cicadas.
Yeah, yes.
I think the 17-year was last year, but who knows?
There may be
maybe a different part of the country.
Maybe, hey, they're bugs. Their brains aren't that big. Maybe one of them got confused.
You know, you mentioned different parts of the country. How about different parts of the world?
Yeah.
We live on a great big flying orb here,
yes.
Tom. Yeah. I mean, isn't it gorgeous? You ever seen pictures of Earth?
I certainly have. Yeah.
It is pretty.
Why do you bring that up?
Blue color.
The Olympics are coming up in 2026.
No, is this one that's going to have the break dancing?
This is this is Winter Games, I think.
Potentially, yes. But right now, I'd like to talk a little bit about the Winter Games that are happening in Thailand. What is this? Phuket, Thailand.
Oh,
well, that's got to be
No, it's Phu.
Oh. I'm even nervous to say that.
And then the KET, I believe, is the like the French.
Oh, Phuket?
Yeah. Is it Phuket?
No, it's Phuket, of course.
It's
Phuket.
It's not a PH?
It is Phuket.
No, it is Phuket, yeah.
Okay. Wow. Yikes.
But it is fun, too.
Yeah.
No 15-year-old figure skaters will be allowed to compete at the 2026 6 Olympics.
What was that there, Josh?
A Freudian slip. I say 15-year-old figure skater. I think sex. That's right. Come get me, America.
What about the girls?
Good Lord.
Good Lord. And he can't even keep up because he's supposed to call you gay.
good.
Oh, boy.
What's that? That ba-da-da-da-da. Hey! That guy.
Oh, Gary Glitter?
Gary Glitter, yeah.
That guy that you moved to.
Yeah, right now he's listening
to Thailand.
Finally, they're talking about something I can sink my teeth in.
Yeah, the song Where the Boys Are, Thailand version. I'm sorry, where were you?
Following the controversy surrounding Russian national champion Kamila Valieva at this year's Beijing Games, a new age limit for figure skaters at senior international events has been passed by the ISU. That's, of course, the International Skating Union.
Man, you are nailing this. Yeah. Is this your audition tape for ESPN?
He's applying for Hitswater.
In his defense, he's reading Fortune Cookie Sports, so it's a little small.
Can I tell you, he's nailing the audition.
We have a Dick Hitswater love letter coming up.
Oh, good.
Really? Who is it from? Dick Hitswater?
Oh, I love Dick Hitswater.
It's from Shannon.
So the minimum age will be raised to 17 before the next Winter Olympics in Milan, Cortina d'Ampezzo, Italy. The limit will be phased in for, with 16-year-olds allowed to compete in the 2023-24 season. It'll then rise to 17 for the season before the Olympics. Because of the controversy surrounding...
Because the 15-year-old won?
Right, remember? And it was...
if you're that good, why not?
Well, she's still a kid, and then...
Well, if you're that good...
It also says here the International Skating Union has claimed that people with vaginas are definitely women, and I don't know why they were getting into that.
That's something that's not controversial.
Gender is not a social construct; it's science. We'll leave that part out.
Why would they do that?
Well, time now for
wait a second. That reminds me of. Are we going to get to our Dick Hitswater love letter?
Sure, go ahead. You tell me.
A long-time listener, Shannon, writes, I think of your show many times throughout the day. It has never ruined my life until last night. I was at a minor league baseball game, the Gainesville Gold Diggers.
All right.
The player was introduced. His name, Trip Moore. That's Trippmoore. Trip Moore was introduced. I burst out laughing, and I said... Does Dick Hitswater sit in for this kid? He will soon.
Yes.
Thank you very much. What a nice letter.
That's a good team, the Gainesburg Gold Diggers. Have you seen their mascot? It's just Anna Nicole Smith.
Alive or on the table? I mean, what are the... Okay, sorry.
Time now for... Oh, boy.
Stupid World Record.
Very, very good, Jeff. A pair of siblings in Wisconsin have broken a world record for...
God, I love stills.
Walking on stilts.
No.
That's right.
I love stills.
Yes, the Hub City Times reports that Ashley McCauley and her brother Jordan Wolf... Well, if her last name's McCauley and his last name's Wolf.
They're not siblings, are they?
Well,
they
maybe
half-siblings?
Sort of blended...
maybe
she's married.
Maybe that's her married.
How old are they?
Oh, you're right. I don't know. It doesn't say. They took turns stepping out of a metal safety cage on a pair of stilts measuring 54 feet and 1 inch tall.
Wait a minute.
Though each aluminum stilt weighed in at 97 pounds, Ashley and Jordan each took the necessary 10 unsupported steps to qualify the record. Now, I like this one better than the one we had.
No cranes.
Because there are no cranes, no wires, none of that stuff. Their attempt on the over 54-foot tall stilts beats the current Guinness World Record of 53 feet, 10 inches. The pair's father, hid in shame and embarrassment. No, he is known as Steady Eddie. Has held he's held the same record 4 times. So the kids are taking they're following dad's old tall footsteps.
Well, there is
their uncle, the late Unsteady Teddy, was honored. There's a picture of this.
There is a crane involved.
Well, the crane's holding the metal cage. They step out of it. Then there's a wire that is going along next to them with a safety thing. So
listen to this.
If they were to fall, they'd be caught by the safety wire.
Yeah.
Well, then that is supported. I don't know why.
But in other words, the crane isn't holding them up.
Oh, okay.
They're walking
I see
freely with these giant stilts.
Now, you want to talk gender inequality here, Christy. Listen to this.
Uh-oh.
Ashley's application to Guinness was denied, but Jordan's attempt will be submitted for verification.
Why?
Because one has a wiener and the other doesn't.
What?
Ashley said after the event, never had a woman attempt it, and that's been my big thing. Well, that's terrific syntax
All
there,
right.
Ashley. Maybe I really wanted to do this for all the little girls that I have in my family.
Good for her.
Just to prove that girls can keep up with the boys, and we can do everything that they can do, except pee standing up. Oh, I may have added that.
I can do anything.
can be standing
you can
up.
do better.
Well,
Now, I've a letter here asking me once again to describe how to make a vagina costume. Because yesterday in the news, we had the bride-to-be who was dressed up like the male member, the giant phallus, in one of these, in a blow-up suit for what they call a hen party or a bachelorette party.
Can I say, though, it's not a vagina costume, it's a vulva costume. Because the vagina's the canal, right? It's the outside part we're talking about. We're talking about the labia, everything you see.
Well, okay, and but again, the issue at hand is how do you make a costume of, if you want to call it vulva, that's fine. It's a simple homemade costume. If you're looking for something next Halloween, and with gas prices, we're all kind of on a budget right now.
Right.
Again, it's pretty simple to make this costume, as Willie describes it, a vulva costume. You take a jacket and you put it over a cardigan and wear a bolo tie.
Depending on the color,
yeah. You want to color coordinate. And then there's options here. We all come in different shades.
but remember, every vagina costume is pink on the inside.
I am totally confused.
Wow, you have one. You should be the least confused.
You want to?
I don't get a cardigan bow tie reference.
All right, well, look, take yours out and we'll show you. Now, what he's saying is,
leave aside.
Well, instead of getting a hand mirror, take your camera and your phone, hold it up. You see the bolo tie.
Yeah, the bolo tie.
It creates what we could call a faux slit.
I thought it was more of a.
I got him to say slit.
I thought it was more of a, not a clip-on, but a.
That's also one aspect if one chooses the proper bolo tie.
Okay.
Right. Again, I just read the mail. Someone wanted me to help them with that. The story yesterday was the woman was wearing this blow-up male member costume. And here it is. Here's the story. And someone attacked her and deflated it.
Yeah, stabbed it.
A total madman.
Yeah, some psycho.
Yeah.
Ran up with a knife.
I bet
this happened in Scotland. Laura Inglis had donned the inflatable penis costume while celebrating with her friends ahead of her marriage to her partner, Ms. Jill Hutchinson. At the outdoor event, 27-year-old Ronald McKinnon reportedly charged at Inglis and used a sharp implement to repeatedly stab the costume, deflating it.
What a lunatic.
What do you think? What's your theory on this, Jeff?
That it was a headlining comedian trying to make it through a set.
Yes, many comedians
bachelorette party
have been known to be interrupted by bachelorette parties.
Finally, just jumped off stage and started stabbing.
Ironically, he was wearing a hoodie.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, okay. All right. Well, we have a lot more to get to. I'm sorry, did we interrupt a sports story?
Well, I'm happy to tell you about the Georgia Tech reliever, baseball player, Zach Maxwell.
Careful.
I will. He pitched a stellar game to end his season in a 9-6 loss to Tennessee in Sunday's Knoxville Regional. While Maxwell was on the mound, fans on Twitter noticed the acronym BAMF, B-A-M-F, on display on
Great
the
place
front
to ski in Canada, is that what
of his glove.
No, that's not.
It's an abbreviation that stands for,
Willie
who
knows.
knows?
Yeah, it's
I know.
B-A, like bad, A, and M-F. I think we all know that one, right?
So badass, M-F.
Mother, shut your mouth.
Is that a common...
I was aware of it.
I was aware of it.
It was
Ace, you yourself are a BAMF. We should get you a T-shirt that just says BAMF across it.
Yeah.
Maxwell acknowledged the message on Twitter and reshared a close-up photo of his glove. The 21-year-old made 5 starts this season while serving primarily as a reliever for the Yellow Jackets. Maxwell, 6'7", 275-pound sophomore.
Man, that's good numbers.
I'm about 275, but I'm not 6'7". Is draft eligible this year. You'd have to wonder, and in fact, I already know the answer, if the MLB would allow such an acronym in front of the glove.
Well, you used to sell baseball gloves.
Yeah, I'm going to say they would not.
Really?
But
Can you put anything you want on your glove, though? I mean, like, if I bought a glove from Rawlings and I pitched for the Reds, I could have my name.
You can have your name.
And, like,
But you can't have, like, a
I
Adidas
love
on it. Or
Jesus or something. I don't know.
Potentially in lieu of your name. But
Right.
I know colors are a big thing in different leagues with gloves. They don't want anything too crazy or distracting.
Gotcha.
But the MLB rules, I'm not totally sure on what they are now.
Could you make it like Woody Guthrie's guitar?
I don't know the reference.
Who's Woody Guthrie's guitar look like?
You know Woody Guthrie, the famous...
Right.
Yeah, but I don't know.
Alice's Restaurant guy?
No,
that's Arlo.
Father.
That's his son Arlo.
I don't know who Woody
had
Guthrie is.
Fascism on it.
Fight
No idea.
What is it? This fights fascists?
Yeah. Was it like a pearl inlay?
No, it was scratched in. And then Mellencamp on his had a much more direct message similar to that.
Gotcha.
On my glove growing up, I had YRTBA, and it stood for You're Riding the Bench Again.
But your coach had that embroidered.
Yeah, he had that. I didn't even have to pay for that. He put that on himself.
So this guy had BAMF.
Yeah.
Okay.
So Banff.
Oh, I thought it was like BANFF, Banff, Canada, the great ski resort.
Oh, Tom.
Yeah, we've all heard of that.
We all know that.
Oh, the skiing there is awesome.
That and Woody Guthrie.
Boy, who was that?
Woody, you've never heard of Woody Guthrie?
No.
Yes.
This land is your land.
Oh my God.
Yes, I have, of course.
I went to the Woody Guthrie Museum.
No.
And, it cost you $15 to get in, and there's at least $3 worth of fun. Oh my gosh. It was the longest 12 minutes of my life.
Hey man, this land is your land. This land is my land.
Yeah, I know.
And yet somehow I'm the only one paying taxes on it.
A folk singer kind of guy?
Absolutely.
Yes.
Exactly.
Yeah. Woody
Like
Guthrie.
Dylan, it was Dylan's favorite.
Woody Guthrie.
Oh, that explains it.
He's like the I don't know what Ernest Hemingway of.
Yes, he's important to the world of country music and folk and
I apologize.
Americana.
Yeah. Did you ever see the movie Alice's Restaurant?
No.
Oh, yeah. Woody sadly died of a very unfortunate disease that's passed along via heredity. And
oh, horrible.
Yeah, but Arlo does not have it, nor do his kids. So, but yeah, you should read about Woody. He's great.
I thought Woody was his kid.
No, Woody's the dad.
Woody's the dad.
Arlo's the kid.
Arlo's the kid.
Okay.
Arlo's been here. He's the greatest.
He has.
Yes.
I'd like to meet him.
He's a super cool guy. In any event, Banff. BAMF. I need to remember that, huh? Is that used a lot on the internet?
I saw it in some text with my brothers. One of them used it.
So that guy's a Banff?
Or, yeah, I think it's more of like, I'm a Banff. I always like it better when it's...
You'd see it a lot in like 2008 on the internet, around like Epic. Remember when that was around a lot? It was like that same kind of a thing.
Okay, I got to learn some of these.
Yeah.
Some of them are funny. That one's funny.
We're going to talk with Al Jackson tomorrow. He'll be helping me with once again, as I continue to be the king of cool. He'll help me with my language. Thank you for the chuckle.
And also, that's sports.
Okay. Oh, that's sports?
Yeah.
Oh, good. Well, when we come back, we'll find out what's going on in the world of news.
I won't come back. That was sports.
We have news. Believe it or not, we have news about the TV show Bewitched.
Is that right?
Yes. And we have exciting. Listen, that didn't get you, huh? How about news about the Mayflower?
We keep going back in time.
Yeah, we do.
We're bringing back syphilis. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
More Bob and Tom next. Got a comment? Our email is bobandtom@bobandtom.com. Things you hear on the Bob and Tom Show.
The Law Minute with ex-attorney Jack Thomas.
You know, I got a lot of mail here at the ex-law office. Well, this comes from young Davy Radonovich. He asks, what is the difference between slander and libel? Well, what kind of idiotic, stupid question is that? What kind of little pea-brain moron would write me? I think if I were you, little Davy, I'd worry more about inbreeding than I would about the law. Davy, that was slander. If I would have written it down, it would have been libel.
This has been the Law Minute with ex-attorney Jack Thomas.
Remember, ladies and gentlemen, the law is your friend. It's the lawyers you have to watch out for. And remember this, the preceding has been a joke, not legal advice. Learn to know the difference.
Hi, this is Nick Griffin, and you're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
What up, Nick Griffin? Hey, if you're in Syracuse, New York, Greg Warren coming your way this weekend, Friday, June 10th, Saturday, June 11th, at the Funny Bone in Syracuse, New York. Find out more at gregwarrencomedy.com. We hope to catch up with Greg soon for another edition of The Warren Report right here on Bob and Tom 24/7. On the way, Jessica Alsman from the Bits and Pieces podcast and our comedian relationship expert, Allie Breen, on the way. Get your letters to her, by the way, across all social media. You spell her name ALLIBREEN. Allie Breen, Snapchat, Facebook, Instagram, AllieBreen.com. Send in your letters, and she may end up talking about your relationship with us here on the Bob and Tom Show later this morning, right here on Bob and Tom 24/7. Good morning. I'm Mark Allison with your Bob and Tom entertainment news headlines. Sad news. Jim Seals of Seals & Cross has died at the age of 80, according to multiple people who knew him. Details of his death not given. Seals & Cross had top 10 hits in the 70s with the songs Summer Breeze, Diamond Girl, and Get Closer. Seals had another claim to fame. He played sax on Tequila by the Champs. Crofts played drums on that song. They were in the Champs as teens. Travis Scott will perform at his first festival since 10 people killed at his Astroworld Festival in Houston last November. The Las Vegas Review-Journal reports Scott is in the lineup for the Day in Vegas Festival in Las Vegas, set for Labor Day weekend. Shazad, J. Cole, Baby Keem, Playboy Cardi, and Her also are in the lineup. For almost 3 decades, off and on, Jeff Goldblum has played Dr. Ian Malcolm with particular Goldblumian panache as the stylish chaos theorist in the Jurassic Park and Jurassic World films. Goldblum is both the voice of reason and comedy relief all at once, an augur of nature's unpredictability who can't help marveling at seeing his theories in action, even if that poses immediate danger to himself. It's one of the 69-year-old actor's best-known characters, yet Goldblum has a way of being less defined by his roles than putting his spin on them. Life finds a way in Jurassic Park and its sequels, and so does Goldblum, who's also celebrating a birthday today. So happy birthday, Jeff Goldblum, and congratulations on another Jurassic Park movie. That's a look at your entertainment news. More of the Bob and Tom Show coming up.
Ladies and gentlemen, Bob and Tom.
We are speaking with Caroline Ray. Caroline Ray is a very fine comedian and actress and voiceover person and a nice person as well. Now, is your daughter going to do stand-up, do you think, one of these days?
She's hilarious. And she'll see someone on the street and she goes, weird. He looks like he smells like ranch. I'm like, what does that even mean? It smells like ranch dressing. Having a 13-year-old and being a comedian, it's like the heckler followed me home from the club.
Bob and Tom in the morning and highlights all day long.
The Bob and Tom Show, weekday mornings at 6 a.m. Eastern on Bob and Tom 24/7.
Essential morning radio. All day and all night. This is Bob and Tom 24/7. 24/7.
Before we go, thought I'd tell you the true story of Susie Suzuki and Sam Samurai.
Now, this is the true story.
Yeah.
Okay.
As told by yours truly,
Tom Whiskey, Frontier Doctor.
Yeah, good morning. Well, I never will forget it. Susie Suzuki had to get married at a very young age.
Yep.
She was impregnated by her husband, Hyaston. She never really liked Hyaston, but they had 12 children. Hyaston up and died, and Susie remarried.
Uh-huh.
I'll tell you, it was really something because she married her true love, Sam Samurai.
Oh, touching.
Yep. With Sam, she had 12 more children.
Wow.
Well, finally, after many years, Susie died.
Wonder why.
I'll never forget it. I was standing right next to her at the funeral home. Well, next to her body.
Mm-hmm.
Two little old ladies were staring down at Susie with tears in their eyes, and the first little old lady said, well, they're finally together. The second little old lady said, who, Susie and her first husband? Or Susie and Sam Samurai? No, neither. Her legs.
There.
Hey, it's the Bob and Tom Show. Christy Lee, how are you?
I'm great, Josh. Thank you for asking.
Sports is over, so we're going to get to your news here in just a little bit.
Darn.
Pat Godwin in the performance room. Hey, Josh. Jeff Oskey sitting in for Chick McGee.
That's right.
Ace Cosby running the board. Hey. Willie Griswold looking handsome and dapper.
Hey, man.
Tom Griswold, a proud father of Willie, and I am Josh Arnold. Tom, what's your fondest memory of Willie?
Well, one of my favorite memories of Willie.
Yes.
Willie got a blueberry stuck in his nose.
That was you, Willie.
Yeah, that was me.
Willie, little boy, little Willie. And so I called a ER doc friend of mine, told me what to do. Because we couldn't get it out.
Yeah, sure.
Tried tweezers and everything. And then I had Willie lie down on the kitchen island. And your body has kind of a closed system.
Yeah.
Which was explained to me because my knowledge of anatomy and biology very limited.
We know.
So Willie's lying there on the kitchen island, and the blueberry is in this nostril. So I punch this nostril closed with my hand, right? Thus,
you pinched, not punched.
Excuse me, pinched.
That was a really rough childhood.
and then I
punched in the nose just for having a blueberry.
Then I took my mouth, covered his mouth, and went. And the blueberry shot out of his nose and was then consumed by my dog Elvis.
Oh. They taste better. Boogers, boogers in the blueberry. It's fascinating.
Was that weird at 14 to have your dad put his mouth on yours?
Oh no, it would have been. God, I have to date this based on whatever house I was living in. It would have been.
It was.
You would have been like 4.
Yeah,
maybe.
it was pre-divorce. So
you were practicing snorting stuff even back then. It's awful early to start with the blueberries.
What do we do? We're saying things that are true now. That's what we're doing, huh?
Okay. Wow. Okay. Yeah, that was a sweet, fun memory.
Yeah, that is fun.
And it was, it was the weirdest thing. It was. I remember it was a Sunday morning. I don't know why I remember that, but yeah, that was a nice big kitchen. God, I forgot about that. That house had a great kitchen. The house I live in now is a kitchen the size of a closet.
Oh yeah, that's right.
So
only 3 rooms. Hey, just a little bit ago we were talking baseball gloves. Well, Matt has written in. He says, as a former minor league baseball player, how about that? Professional athlete here. You can put just about anything on your baseball gloves. You can customize them virtually however you'd like. I played with guys that had Bible verses, family names, etc. on them.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
But can you put something commercial on them? Like, could you put Joe's Pizzeria on it? And
I doubt it.
I don't know. I think they all vary league to league. So I remember selling some gloves at certain tournaments, and they just weren't selling because none of the players could use them because they had a certain color on them. None of the pitchers, rather, could use them because they had a certain
distracting.
Color. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So I think they vary, but good to know about the minor league.
Now, did you oil your mitt up and have a whole procedure where you tie it and put it under the bed and all that stuff?
Me personally, no. I find the best way to break in a glove is to just play catch and throw a ball while you're sitting there watching TV. Just keep pounding a ball into it.
I know. By the way, the motion that he's making right now, he makes to this day, although without a baseball glove and no oil, because as Josh will tell you, he, quote, needs the friction. I'm sorry.
So you're still pounding it in front of the TV? Is that what I'm hearing?
Yeah, usually. Depends on what's on.
Much more poetic than my version, Christy. Thank you very much. We do have a lot of mail to get to. Once again, Chick is having a gallbladder surgery this afternoon. They're taking it out, and what's it called? A laparoscopic surgery?
Yeah, so that'll be a minor.
Yeah, so it's
going to be fine.
He said he'll be back in, 60 days? What was the...
something like that.
Said 3.5 weeks.
I want him to take 3.5
Which is nice because I'm using his car. That's
a nice car.
That is a nice car.
I got a letter and a few texts on the text line about me saying that I played golf. They said, it doesn't look like you played golf, but you do look like Happy Gilmore's caddy.
Oh, that's right.
Happy Gilmore.
yeah.
So
Yeah.
I guess I.
He was like a transient or something, wasn't he?
Yeah, he's like a homeless guy.
Yeah.
The golf course.
And once again, Mr. Jeffowski has a very, very, very thick, long beard.
Yeah, you don't look like you so much play golf as search for golf balls in the water hazard.
Just sell.
Resell. You know, the T-shirt says "Damn the Gators." I need $4.
I would love to.
But you're actually a pretty good duffer, aren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's a
used to
duffer?
be.
I got that in my
Just
movie
a term
sets.
for a golfer.
Oh, I thought it was like a fluffer on a golf course. I had no idea.
That would be amazing.
Well, you'd make much better money fluffing on a golf course than you would. By the way, all you do is just wait at the ladies' tees. And wait a minute,
the ball wash
I got that backwards. Now, we were talking a lot about trombones the other day.
Yes.
Because you'll recall the heroic rescue of several school children in Canada when a bear got into the campus.
Small black bear.
It was a black bear, very dangerous on the campus. This music teacher went out there with a trombone and scared them away. And we learned a little bit about trombones.
Yeah, we did.
We also learned about an instrument. I was talking to Eddie's son yesterday.
That poor bastard.
And he plays.
And I mean bastard. He
You mean
doesn't know
our
who
Eddie
he is.
here?
Yeah, Eddie. He plays the baritone.
Does he?
So he got the baritone joke. You see.
So there's one.
This is day This is day 3 of you trying to make that work.
If Eddie's son says it, then so there's an instrument just called a baritone.
Yeah, you call it the baritone.
Yeah, that's actually true, yeah.
No,
What is it?
It's like a small tuba. It's like a mini tuba.
It's not a matter of whether or not it's true. It's a matter of who the hell cares.
Exactly.
Because see, he scared the bears away with a trombone. So we've been getting a lot of letters about trombones and tromboners.
I doubt it.
Mark writes from Normal, Illinois.
Yeah.
Just your average guy named Mark in Normal. He writes, I have a friend who's a high school band director. He likes to say, never look a trombone player in the eye. It only encourages them. I'm not sure what that means. I think that's mean. The baritone. I said he should have used a baritone. Play on words. No one got it. I think even if you get it, it's not funny.
That's the thing. That's what we've been trying to say.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen the movie The Town That Dreaded Sundown?
No.
No.
A man kills a person with a trombone.
Really?
He attaches like a knife to the end of the trombone, and then he goes, and he's just stabbing the person. It's a horrifying scene, actually.
It's weird.
Yeah, it's very
strange. Does he then
strange.
continue going down the musical instrument?
No, it's just that one thing. It's that
rapes
one...
a guy with a sousaphone.
What? That was in the sequel.
Why did you go there?
Probably a bassoon would be easier.
You know, I'm having deja vu. I think I dreamt this last night.
Not a nightmare, was it?
Yeah, it was.
Now we're getting tips about the chick's new life without a gallbladder.
Oh, okay.
Spicy foods, fatty foods, especially cheese, will not sit well with you. Get well, chick.
Then I don't think Chick wants to survive this procedure.
Wait, forever?
That's what this guy says. Again, consult a medical professional.
Yeah, the liver will have to do more
It has
work.
to adjust to your new diet. Yeah,
Okay.
it will.
All right. Well, his liver's doing just fine, thank you.
Yeah.
Now, when we come back, what do we have as the teaser, Miss Christy Lee?
We have a guy who stole a jet ski but doesn't know how to drive it. That's always a good idea.
Blub, blub.
It's like a guy who steals the Porsche and doesn't know how to drive a manual transmission. God, you gotta love those stories, don't you?
Yeah, we've had a couple of them.
Didn't Dick Hitzwater sit in for Emmanuel transmission one morning?
He did.
He's going to.
Yeah. And then most recently it was a Celeste Hyman.
We have Bewitched in the news.
By the way, for those, Celeste Hyman is a joke about another news. Never mind. No need to explain these. We'll be right back. It's the Bob and Tom Show.
This is the Bob and Tom Show. Chime in with an email. Send to Bob and Tom at bobandtom.com. More of the Bob and Tom Show next.
Things you hear on the Bob and Tom Show.
All right, this magician, he gets his job on a cruise ship. So he's working this cruise ship, and he does his act every night. In the front row is the captain of the ship with a parrot on her shoulder. So every night he does his act. Well, by the third night, the parrot starts figuring out this magician's act. So he starts heckling the magician, and it's in his sleeve. It's under his hat. His assistant has it. So that night, they hit an iceberg, and the ship goes down. The magician wakes up floating on a piece of driftwood, and the parrot is sitting on the end of the driftwood, and they stare at each other for 2 days and don't say a word. They just look at each other all mad. Finally, the bird goes, I give. Where's the boat?
Bob and Tom 24/7. It's not on air. It's online.
Bob and Tom, 24/7.
Hope you're having a good Wednesday morning. My name is Mark Allison. Thanks for joining us here on Bob and Tom 24/7. Chick McGee out today, feeling a little under the weather. You know, that voice he has is his moneymaker, so we got to take care of that. I'm sure he'll be back soon at the sports desk. No worries. Everything's fine and dandy. He's just at the compound monitoring, making sure we're not talking about him. And, of course, we're not. We love our Chick McGee. Hope you feel better, buddy. We'll see you back here soon on Bob and Tom 24/7 as we roll on. Allie Breen, and look at this from the Bits and Pieces podcast, Scorched Earth, Jessica Alsman on the way as well on a Wednesday right here on Bob and Tom 24/7. Good morning. I'm Mark Allison with things you may have missed on this Wednesday. It's the inflation you're not supposed to see. From toilet paper to yogurt to corn chips, manufacturers quietly shrinking package sizes without lowering prices. I noticed it in my ranch dressing the other day. It's dubbed shrinkflation, and it's accelerating worldwide. In the U.S., a small box of Kleenex now 60 tissues. A few months ago, 65. You guessed it. In the UK, Nestle slimmed down coffee tins from 100 grams to 90 grams. Shrinkflation isn't new, experts say. It proliferates in times of high inflation as companies grapple with rising costs for ingredients, packaging, labor, and transportation. Brittany Griner, easily the most prominent American locked up by a foreign country. The WNBA star's case tangled up with that of another prisoner few Americans have ever heard of. Paul Whelan has been held in Russia since his December 2018 arrest on espionage charges he and the U.S. government say are false. He was left out of a prisoner exchange in April that brought home yet another detainee, Marine veteran Trevor Reed. That resolution escalates pressure on the Biden administration to avoid a repeat scenario of another one-for-one swap that does not include Whelan. Meanwhile, Brittany Griner sits in a jail in Russia. That's a look at things you may have missed. More of the Bob and Tom Show coming up.
Hey man, it's Donnie Baker, and the fact remains there's nothing better than being a VIP. And I don't mean like his dudes on Pervert Rabbit Xanadu's. I'm talking about a Bob and Tom VIP. Best thing, you'll never miss another minute of the show. I swear to God, you can hear the show here in the morning, and then because you're a Bob and Tom VIP, you'll get the podcast of the entire show, a 12-month library of podcasts, hundreds of Bob and Tom comedy tapes, and a 60-day video archive of the show. Bob and Tom VIP. You have to get it. It's state law.
This is Bob and Tom 24/7. Comedy, guests, Bob and Tom exclusives, and it's here on the internet. Bob and Tom 24/7.
Little ditty about Jack Bauer's plan to try and stop a nerve gas attack by the mean Russian men. Jack is hiding in the ductwork, crawling around. Then it pops up, pulls his gun, shouting, "Everybody down!" Jack is just trying to keep America free. But tell him a lie and he'll shoot your wife right in the knee. Gotta get the intel, no matter the cost. He gonna give the wet list to that German dude who was on Lost. Jack said, Chloe, upload them schematics to my PDA. Gonna put my jacket hood on, hold my breath and save the day. Jack said, oh yeah, life goes on. long after they set off the nerve gas bomb. Oh yeah, I said life goes on, long after Michelle, Tony, and Edgar are gone. Little ditty about Jack Bauer's plan. Gonna whisper, then shout some, then whisper it again. Curtis, where are you? Tell me about Mr. Cooper. Tell me about Mr. Cooper. Get in the chopper now. I said I wanted a cheeseburger.
For Father's Day, give Dad total access to the entire Bob and Tom library. Give Dad a membership to Bob and Tom VIP. The link to get it is right at the top of our website, bobandtom.com.
Hi, fellas. This is Floyd Tucker, the over-the-road trucker. You're listening to...
Well,
not your fault.
Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. This is Tom sitting in for Josh. He's sitting in for himself. Let's just go around the horn here. Ace Cosby's got that joke of the day percolating. Wait a minute, I see a joke in the arrow, in the quiver, if you will, of those jokes. We have Jeff Oskey over there sitting in for Chick McGee. Chick McGee is getting his gallbladder sucked out this afternoon.
That sounds like something sort of a chrome off a hitch type joke.
It's like a vacuum cleaner. He'll be gallbladder free coming up. Let's see. There's Jeff Oskey. There's Willie G right there. Hey. Very handsome. By the way, Willie and Jeff Oskey have a special show coming up. This is really exciting. It's a free show in Lexington, Kentucky, Saturday, June 18th at Pivot Brewing.
Yeah, man, go reserve your tickets in my Instagram bio at willie.griswold. It's going to be fun.
That'll be cool. The lovely Christy Lee is to my right.
Oh, thank you, Tom.
And then through the glass back over there in his own little private area.
Oh, yeah.
It's Pat Godwin, a man, a guitar, a keyboard. And this is Tom speaking. Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. It's great to be here. And thank you for joining us. Thank you very much. We have a couple cool things coming up in the news, but also coming up show-wise. I'll give you some details on that just around the corner. But at this point, we do turn to Christy Lee. What have you got over there?
A Florida man has been arrested for trying to steal a jet ski, even though he had no idea how to operate a jet ski. Volusia Sheriff's Office said deputies responded to assist the Ormond Beach Police Department on a report of an in-progress jet ski theft. The 48-year-old suspect, Ronald Williams, was unable to get the ski started, but decided to float away on it anyway.
I have a real quick question.
Yeah.
Was the key in it?
They don't take a key.
Oh, they don't?
No, there's like a little clip that clips in.
You have to have something to clip.
But if you just, with your fingers, pull it up, it'll start.
Oh, wow.
And if you fall off of it, you're supposed to pull it off.
Some treadmills have that. I've heard.
And it's on a...
Anecdotally.
It's on a flotation thing, right?
Yeah.
I mean,
What do you mean it's on a flotation tank?
Whatever the unit thing is you're talking about, so if it falls into the water,
Well, you hook it to your vest. Right. That way, when you fall off, it kills the engine.
Do you have a jet ski?
Yeah.
The 48-year-old.
Really?
Yeah, I don't mean to brag, but my dad has jet ski money.
And there you go.
Yeah.
I can't see you on a jet ski.
Really?
I'll tell you, they are so much fun.
They are so much fun.
Jeff looks like he lost his virginity on a jet ski. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
You look like you had a jet ski for your graduation present.
Holding up a 40.
Seriously. You look like a jet ski kind of guy.
I've never honestly been on one.
You haven't?
No.
They're so much fun.
A lot of fun.
Now,
I took Brad Garrett on a jet ski once.
Humble brag.
Was he in the back?
Did you take him all the way?
We had a three-seater, the big ones.
Right.
And so, yeah, he'd never been on a jet ski either.
Take me on the jet ski.
Yeah. So he rode on the back behind me, and then he had so much fun, he had to try it himself. It was quite interesting.
Did you feel something poking your back? A little bit?
No, we're just friends.
So I'm sorry. So this guy's stealing a jet ski, but he doesn't know how to start it.
Right.
And you're saying that so it's not a key per se?
If you've been on a treadmill.
Why are you so obsessed with that?
Yeah.
Because if this guy's trying to, he can't start it, which means he's either an idiot.
No, he's an idiot.
Okay.
That's where...
I think if I sat on a jet ski, I wouldn't know how to start it, but I still wouldn't steal it.
Right.
Anyone want to take this?
No, that's right. It would immediately sink and just become an underwater rocking horse.
Underwater. I didn't want to laugh, buddy.
I'm glad you took it because I didn't have anything that funny.
That's very funny.
You're a poet, dude. You believe
Deputies
funny.
took a boat over to the suspect who was floating in the intercoastal waterway trying to get the ski started. Body cam footage shows that when deputies reach the man and instruct him to come over, he can be heard telling them he cannot swim.
This guy's
he's got to be high. This guy's there's something
everything
wrong.
about him was.
I hope this guy. I bet he wasn't trying to steal a parachute.
Yeah,
Hey, how does this work? I'm jumping.
Tossed a rope out to him and towed the jet ski back to shore where they took the suspect into custody.
Toad the
without
jet ski was the
incident.
original name of Toad the Wet Sprocket.
Yeah, I had no idea. The
So-
jet ski was returned to its owner.
Is jet ski a name brand or is that?
Sea-Doo is
Sea-Doo's
what
a
you're
name brand.
thinking
Polaris is one.
of. Sea-Doo, a lot of people call a jet ski a Sea-Doo, but that's the name brand.
The name brand is Sea-Doo.
Yeah.
Okay,
This
so
is more of a sea-don't.
C minus.
Remember
After Josh's A plus sinking down to the bottom on
Remember
the
when
jet
it
ski.
first came out that you had to ski? You had to stand up. You couldn't sit.
Right.
Those are fun.
Oh, I've seen those too. Yeah,
Those are real
Is that the
fun.
difference between? Technically, isn't a jet ski still one of those, and a wave runner is
that's large
sit down?
But is
pretty
Wave
much.
Runner? Well, so I'm not confused. Is the name brand Sea-Doo or Wave Runner or?
Sea-Doo is definitely a brand.
Yes.
Okay, is jet ski a brand or just?
No, it's a name of. It's not a brand.
Yeah, I know. I've rented them on vacation, and then they're I don't know which kind I had, but God, are they fun?
I bet, man.
Daniel Tosh has that joke about money can't buy happiness, but it can buy a wave runner. And you've never seen anyone on a wave runner not have a smile on their face.
Kawasaki and Yamaha make really good ones too. But
Okay.
yeah. I think you're right. I think a wave runner would be a sit down. Maybe a jet ski is a stand up. I don't know.
Anyways, this moron's trying to steal one, and I'm assuming he also didn't have a life jacket on.
Probably not.
So he doesn't know how to swim. Hey, this guy has to be high.
No, I love this guy.
Why is that?
I have an improv teacher. He'd say, "Go before you're ready," and I think there's a great sentiment behind that.
Really? So this guy does this guy parachute jump? Let's
No.
It's a scuba dive.
You get up there and you figure out how to land the plane together, man. This guy, he believes in himself. I wish that I had a little bit. We all need a little more of this guy in us, I think.
I just love how he floated away like, catch me now.
I know.
We're like, all right, I'm going to get in the boat.
Yeah, we'll be right there.
The worst part about jet skiing down in Florida, though, is salt water burns your eyes. They don't tell you that.
What if this guy goes? I mean, the intercoastal's full of gators.
Well,
this
that's
guy's
true.
feet are dangling in there. I can't swim, Ossifer. Then all of a sudden he gets chomped by a gator.
It doesn't say he was drunk. You're assuming.
Yeah.
Okay.
You really are judging this man.
Yeah, I am.
Could have been bath salts.
I'm just guessing.
Maybe he just wanted to have a good time.
Maybe he's a thief. He's an idiot.
Like Jeff said, you've never seen somebody sad on a
No,
jet ski.
never.
Everybody's
This guy is an
amazing.
idiot, but he did want to have a good time nonetheless.
Staying in Florida, a pair of
Sobbing.
In fact, I bet idiots have a better time than we do.
Oh, sure. Till he's getting reamed in a jail cell in DeLand.
Nobody, nope, don't even do it.
Nope.
Oh,
It was
Volusia
It was
County.
Volusia County.
Yes.
Well, that
that's
joke is
true.
our reaming in a jail
The
cell.
home of DeLand, Florida. But I was sent a thing saying we talk about world records. I think they think I have the world record for the DeLand joke.
Oh, you think
Because
so?
nobody else does it.
That's correct.
They probably do it from you hearing it done.
I bet it happens a lot now, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll have to find out what this guy's charged with. Stealing the jet ski. I'm sorry, Christy, what have you got over there?
A pair of burglars stole a safe from a Florida store, but it was empty. According to
Well,
Heartland,
no wonder they were able to move it. If it had been full of money, it would have weighed a lot more, right?
according to Heartland Crime Stoppers Florida, a suspect gained entry to Ronnie's Carpets of Lakeland.
Tom, that's hilarious. There has to be a scene in a movie where two robbers, there are two safes, and one of the robbers go, man, this is so heavy. And then one of them picks up the other one. Hey, let's take this one. It's much lighter.
And then the gold bars are in the heavier one. Oh, duh.
They were able to steal it by smashing the front door with a crowbar. Security footage shared online shows the suspect struggling to move the heavy safe across the floor and out the store. Another suspect then tries to move the safe across the parking lot before loading it into a car and fleeing the scene. The safe, however, was empty. Crime Stoppers have asked anyone with information about the theft to contact Detective Wagstaff with the Polk County Sheriff's Office.
County Sheriff.
Aren't they aware that everything is on camera now?
People are stupid.
Where
We
were
know.
they stealing
Some
this
people.
from? A carpet store?
Yes, Ronnie's Carpets of Lakeland.
I know whenever I drive by a carpet store, I'm like, man, they got a lot of money in there.
Because then everybody pays in cash.
Yeah, when they get new flooring.
You know how much an area rug is?
Good point.
But I imagine most people are using credit cards.
Yeah.
Wow, that's incredibly stupid. We'll find out about more dumb things in the world of crime. What are safes made of typically? Steel?
I don't know. Way back in the day when we owned a business.
I know
and
steel
our-
safes are more effective than the foam ones.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I was thinking if it's made of copper, these guys were going to score big time.
They stole a safe and drug it through the parking lot, and it created a huge
gouge in
trench. Yes.
Whoa.
Well, okay.
Yeah.
Well, good luck, fellas. Right now, I want to talk about how to make this show funnier by wearing Raycon earbuds. They make everything better. Raycon's everyday earbuds look, feel, and sound better than ever. 3 sound profiles to match whatever you're listening to. So if you're listening to this show, or maybe you want noise isolation, the awareness modes, you know what's going on around you. You can be completely immersed or slightly immersed in whatever you're into. Raycons are the best. Chick McGee discovered Raycons a few years ago, long before we talked about them on the radio. So they're handy if you're doing a great workout, or maybe you want to be on the phone in the car. Raycon, 8 hours of playtime. I'll say it again, 8 hours of playtime, 32 hours of battery life. And you get these for half the price of those premium audio brands. So check out Raycon earbuds by going to buyraycon.com/Tom. That's BUYRAYCON, buyraycon.com. You got a bunch of 3-letter words there. Buy, Raycon, Tom. Oh, that's like a poem. Go to buyraycon.com/Tom. Get 15% off your Raycon order by doing it that way. Buyraycon.com/Tom. 15% off your Raycons. You'll look cool. You will be cool. And you'll get some great, great sound. Buyraycon.com/Tom. Christy, what's coming up?
Coming up, we have a bewitched statue. Who knew? And have you ever been so mad at your girl that you did something crazy? Well, we have one of those.
Oh, they didn't find the body, did they?
Not that drastic.
Also, coming up a little bit later on this morning, the lovely Allie Breen and a show everybody calls Sexy Time. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Bob and Tom 24/7.
Hey, you want to have some laughs and help send some local kids to camp? Well, you can do just that. It's going to be a night of live comedy Friday, June 17th at the Irving Theater on East Washington Street. That's in Indianapolis, Indiana. Doors open at 6:30. The show is at 7:30 p.m. Again, Friday, June 17th. Tickets just $40. Limited VIP tickets for $100 if we still have those available. On stage, Willie Griswold, Jeff Oskey, Josh Arnold, and my gosh, with his guitar, the #1 comedy album in the country, Pat Godwin. It's an all-star performance, an all-star lineup, if you will, and you can be there. Oh, did I mention it's going to be hosted by Tom Griswold and Chick McGee? You heard me. For tickets, go to bobandtom.com/comedy show. We hope to see you there. And again, it's about sending local kids to summer camp. I love summer camp. Good morning. I'm Mark Allison with your Bob and Tom News headlines. Democratic U.S. Representative Karen Bass and billionaire developer Rick Caruso breezed past a large field of rivals looking to be the next mayor of Los Angeles and advance to a runoff election in November. After an early tally of mail-in ballots Tuesday showed Caruso with a 41%, Bass 38%. Caruso, a Republican turned Democrat, positioned himself as an outsider who blames the city's progressive leadership for unchecked homelessness and unsafe streets. Bass would become the first woman and second black person to hold the job in the nation's second most populous city. The winner in November will replace outgoing Mayor Eric Garcetti. Target is canceling orders from suppliers, particularly for home goods and clothing, and it's slashing prices further to clear out amassed inventory ahead of the critical fall and holiday shopping seasons. The action come after a pronounced spending shift by Americans due to the inflation we're all experiencing. The speed at which Americans pivoted away from pandemic spending laid bare in the most recent quarterly financial filings from a number of major retailers. And an Albany City court has been closed for fumigation after hundreds of cockroaches were released during a fight that broke out in an arraignment. Court officials say the clash broke out Tuesday during a proceeding for 4 people. A defendant who started to film the courtroom proceedings was told to stop. In the altercation that followed, hundreds of cockroaches brought into the courthouse in plastic containers were released. The bug release being investigated while the courthouse was closed for the rest of the day for fumigation. That's a look at your news headlines. More of the Bob and Tom Show coming up.
Things you hear on the Bob and Tom Show.
Looking to buy a new car, but the looking part is getting old hat? Well, maybe you need to try shopping at Bob Bile Motors. Bob Bile Motors.
Hi, just stop into Bob Bile Motors and I'll show you my take a test drive and I'll also let you see my
That's Bob Bile Motors.
And hey guys, during Bob Bile's Celebration Bonanza Days, if you buy a car from Bob Bile Motors, I'll not only show you my and my I'll let you in the and after that, you're in the
Is that even possible? It is at Bob Bile Motors. Bob Bile Motors. Why the hell shop anywhere else?
Somebody get me a towel.
Due to pending litigation, Bob Bile Motors is suspending free hot dog Fridays.
Hi, this is Kostaki Economopoulos, and you are listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
Yes, it's time now for another exciting episode.
Oh, no.
Of Murray Whiskey, Frontier Funeral Director.
Oh, no. My hero.
In this episode, Murray Whiskey has just gotten married. And he brings his beautiful new wife to their honeymoon room, their suite. They're getting undressed on their wedding night there. Murray Whiskey drops his trousers, throws them over to his new little bride. Just put those on. She looks at him incredulously. She says, go ahead, put them on. She puts on the trousers. She says, they're too big. I can't wear these. Murray Whiskey says, that's right. Remember that. I wear the pants in this family. Don't you ever forget that. She says, fine. She takes off her panties. She throws them over to Murray Whiskey. She says, you put those on. He tries. She says, you made me do it. You've got to do it. He says, okay, so he tries to get them on. Can't do it. He says, I can't even get these past my thighs. He says, I can't get into these panties. She says, yeah, and until you change your attitude, you're not going to either, partner.
A true tale from the Old West.
That concludes another exciting episode of Murray Whiskey, Frontier Pyromaniac over here. What are you're lighting up the studio,
Yeah,
Bob?
this thing, it's not working. I'm sorry. Nothing. Just...
Brought to you by that new Japanese-Jewish restaurant, So Sue Me.
Thank you very much, Maria.
Bob and Tom, 24/7.
Comedy via your computer. Bob and Tom 24/7.
This is Bob and Tom, 24/7.
Where are you from, by the way?
Patterson, from Patterson, New Jersey.
Oh, sure. That's famous.
Yeah, you know, small.
Sure.
Thugged out town. You know, it's tiny. So small, we used to get robbed by people we knew.
That's small.
People like, stick 'em up. I'm like, Andre? I'm going to tell your mother, man. By the way, how is Aunt Carol? How's she doing? I'll come over for dinner.
Hi, this is Bobcat Goldthwait, and you're listening.
Hey, it's the Bob and Tom Show. Christy Lee at the news desk.
Hi.
Pat Godwin in the performance room.
Hello, Josh.
Jeff Oskey sitting in for One Chick McGee.
That's right.
Ace Cosby running the board.
Howdy.
Willie Griswold enjoying a snack.
A little snack time over here.
Nice, man. Good, good. And joining us now, Jessica Alsman.
Hello, Joshua.
Good to see you. Getting ready for some sexy time. As time, boy, I didn't do it justice at all. What time are we getting ready?
Sexy time.
There you go, Tommy. Allie Breen will be calling in just a bit. I am Josh Arnold. How the hell is everyone?
Great. Got a couple things here. Got to clarify a couple things. First off, Chick is not here. Chick is having some surgery kind of suddenly. He's going to have his gallbladder removed this afternoon. There's a nice letter from Roger. He says, long-time listener, I pray Chip is okay and gets better soon. Heartfelt.
Thank you.
Heartfelt.
Yes.
Okay, now we had this weird story about some moron stealing a jet ski.
Not a moron, a go-getter?
Well, he doesn't know how to start it. We're not sure. According to this guy, and I don't know if this is true, this guy writes, jet ski is the proprietary name for Kawasaki's product.
Okay.
Wave Runner is Yamaha. Sea-Doo is Bombardier.
Yeah.
Sure.
That's true.
So-
I thought you stood on a jet ski and you sit on a wave
That's
runner.
what I always thought too, but apparently not.
I also don't know anything about it.
Wow.
I used to own a lot of them, 3 of them.
Really?
You owned 3 jet skis?
Yeah, we had a stand-up ski, we had the 3-seater, and then we had a 2-seater. Yeah.
Where?
Up at
Did
up
you, on,
here.
on a lake?
Yeah.
Okay.
Remember when I used to live up there?
And I have no idea where you've ever lived. I've never seen it.
Yes, I used to live on a lake. Before we moved there full-time,
Cool.
we had a little weekend place there.
Nice.
It's like a meme now, but it's such a shame that jet ski, wave run, whatever they're called, they should have been called a boatercycle, man. It's right there.
Oh, yeah.
It sounds so cool.
Why were they not called that?
Right?
Yeah.
Boatercycles.
That's what we call them up at the lake.
It's fun.
It is. It's like a boat. It's like a motorcycle on water.
Yep.
Except for when you're doing 50 and you fall off it, it hurts.
You get the old free enema, do you?
Yeah.
I raced him once against Al Unser and Al Unser Jr. And they're.
Did you win?
Came in second. Al Unser cheated, by the way. May he rest in peace. But he did cheat. He jumped the start. It was bull.
That's because the idea is to win.
But you
So what'd
can't
you do?
jump
Just
the
scrape
start.
around the track?
No.
Yeah, how'd you pull that?
It was very heavy rain.
It was on a lake, you tool.
Okay, so the point of the story is this guy...
I just found those pictures the other day.
And the Ormond Beach police had to get this guy in the middle of the intercoastal because a 48-year-old suspect, Ronald Williams, couldn't get the jet ski he was allegedly trying to steal started.
And he couldn't swim, so what did he expect? He was just going to float there for a while? And...
Yeah, I'm guessing this guy wasn't trying to get to his job coaching SAT students.
Well, judging.
No.
Yeah, this guy probably owns 2 pairs of underwear that he got at Goodwill. I'm just saying, it's not Captain Success.
All right, Christy, what else is happening?
My goodness.
A man has been arrested for allegedly breaking into the Dallas Museum of Art, not to steal a jet ski, but he did destroy $5 million worth of ancient artifacts.
Wow.
The motive, he says, was, quote, mad at his girl.
Yeah.
What?
So wait a second, now hang on.
my gosh.
So what'd she do?
Police said that after breaking into the building, the suspect evaded security guards and destroyed items from ancient Greece. According to Fox 7,
No, we're news from Dallas.
the most expensive items that were destroyed included a 6th century Greek vase and a red figure Pyxis. Is that how you say that? Pyxis? Pyxis?
Got me.
I have no idea what the hell that is.
PYXYX.
Pyxis. You have any idea what that is?
No, is it
The
similar
dates-
to XNXX?
Is it like
dates to 450 BC.
Is it like Oaxaca? One of those words.
Pyxis?
You got
The
me.
man was taken into custody shortly after leaving the scene. A security guard told police when he asked the suspect why he broke the artifacts. The man replied he was mad at his girl. I have no idea what his girl did.
Well, I bet
21-year-old's been charged with criminal mischief.
she won't be paying his bail. But she was certainly taught a lesson. This guy's an idiot. Okay, well.
This is a Pyxis here, or however it's pronounced. It kind of looks like a small urn, but very ornate.
So he was
learned a
able
new
to
word
pick it up and
today.
heave it?
Apparently he did.
Wow.
Was this just
I
because
smashed it.
he wanted to break something, or like his girl, like a big art history fan? Is he trying to destroy something
Yeah, exactly.
she loves?
That's what I'm wondering. Was she a docent there?
Jeez.
I mean, there are plenty of things you can break at home.
Right.
That aren't that expensive.
TVs, microwaves.
Glasses.
You even slit her tires
Yeah.
versus,
So now you're giving this guy tips?
I'm just saying, if you really want to smash something.
You know, Godwin, now that museum is owed a Grecian urn.
What? Oh,
Okay, now we're getting more jet ski news here. This comes to us from Bill. He says in all caps, before you ride a jet ski, learn how to get back on.
Yes, that's important.
He goes, I fell off. I couldn't get back on. I had to be rescued by friends in a boat.
Yeah.
So he said, I learned how to get back on and also learned to do it without drinking. I imagine a lot of jet ski riders are probably a few sheets to the wind.
Yeah, be careful. Be careful. We boat sober.
Yeah, we do.
We always boat sober.
Of course you do.
Jeff, why are you winking while you say that?
Dude, you have
Why are your fingers crossed?
You have no idea how many times I have been pulled over on my lake.
Really?
I mean, that's
You know
good.
why?
Fishing, for jet skiing, for boating. Anytime I'm on the lake, they're coming after me. So I am sober as all get out.
Because you
when I'm
look
on the lake.
suspicious. That's why.
You got that look?
Well, screw you.
She didn't mean suspicious. She meant homeless.
Perfect.
You're suspect number one at the DNR. It's just pictures of you.
Well, I have a question. Once again, we've described you as your beard is that of a young Santa Claus. It's a little salt and peppery, but it's extraordinarily bushy, very thick, very long. Do you have trouble? Do you think some people judge you when you come to certain places?
Yeah, the last time I was up fishing, DNR came and checked my fishing license. The second I casted, you could hear them start their boat up.
Waiting like a cop in an alley.
And I didn't have it on me. It was up in the lake house, and the guy got out of his boat, followed me up 8 flights of stairs into my house to make to.
You know what though? That's better because he could have easily ticketed you right there for not even having. Yeah, so it did you a favor in a sense.
Well, he came up. I fed him some hot dogs.
Did you really?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, everyone was eating while I.
Yeah.
Don't be rude.
I'm like, oh, this is the DNR guy. He doesn't believe I have a fishing license.
I had a cop follow me home and.
What do you want? An autograph? What do you want?
No, I was at a gas station. I was at the gas station, and I'd forgotten to put that sticker on my car. You know, there's a sticker for the license plate after when you renew it.
Right.
So this was years ago, and I said, well, it's sitting on my desk at home. So he followed me like 3 miles to my house. My desk happened to be, hard to imagine, a little bit
cluttered. Yeah.
So he looked for it for a while, found it, had a nice time, and he's still a friend of the show.
All right.
So, yeah, but honest cop, honest me, I had the thing. Now, the other version of that story is a good friend of this show, I won't use his name, Jay Baker, had just purchased his license plate, had the new license plate on the front seat of his car, didn't have a screwdriver with him, was driving back from the thing, got pulled over, and the guy gave him a ticket.
Yeah. Oh, wow. They can do that?
I have to wonder if Jay must have said something. Smart aleck.
You mean hair trigger Jay?
Okay, I have a question. We cleaned you up, so to speak, on the show one time. Do you remember?
Yeah, I remember.
Shaved the beard, cut it back a little bit.
Yeah, and then we put you in, khakis and a button-up shirt or whatever. Did you notice people treating you differently?
I haven't. I used to wear a suit and tie to work.
I know you did,
but I was clean shaven. I get treated differently.
Yeah, I sported a mustache for a little while, just as kind of a lark.
Right.
And I was absolutely treated differently.
Yeah, you got asked to do porn like 14 times.
I know.
And Jeff's been to court before.
It wasn't his mustache.
Wait, when did Jeff clean up, Pat?
When he went to court, he had to clean up for a suit.
The only time I bleached my hair, I was bleach blonde. It was white. And I was filling up my gas tank. And it was the first time I was ever whistled at. And I was kind of offended as a brunette. It's like, how dare you not whistle at me before? But when I was a blonde,
the trick is you've got to hold your arms out like you just did. They'll whistle a lot more. They'll go, oh, she had hair. I didn't notice.
Jeff, my fishing license is on my phone.
Right. So, that's how I have. I have mine.
Will that work?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I'm surprised they don't say it could be photoshopped.
No, it's the app. It's a conservation app or whatever.
That's a much smarter idea. That way you can drop your phone into the lake.
It happens. It's never happened to me, knock on wood. But I also have one of those phone lanyard type plastic
Oh, wow. That must get all the chicks. Wow, you see the guy. You see the guy with the phone lanyard? I'm getting wet.
Oh, sure. Yeah, when I'm out bass fishing, you should see the women on the banks. And then they're like, oh, Josh. And then as they see the lanyard, go, well, we're out.
The bass groupies?
Yeah.
What are those called?
What are they called?
Yeah.
Bass turds.
Bass turds. Nothing about that's appealing.
By the way, that does remind me.
Bass babes.
I'm not joking. We did have a request a couple days ago for Aqua Dump.
No.
So when Dean gets back
tomorrow,
we'll do a little bit of Aqua Dump for you.
I'll be on the lake this weekend. Hopefully, an Aqua Dump.
You going to see your brothers?
Won't be necessary. Just the one, just Jeff and my mom. She'll be there too.
Well, that's nice. You haven't seen your mom in a while.
I have not seen her since pre-COVID.
Oh, wow.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Wow, has she seen you with the full beard?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Did you have the full beard 2 years ago?
Yes.
What'd she think of it?
The first time she saw it, it was really long, and I was wearing my flannel. Of course, it was Thanksgiving, and I walked in and she said, "I thought you were Paul Bunyan."
Aww.
Hey, I got it.
I said, "You shut your mouth, bitch."
You're just like your father.
Why don't you do this? Why don't you give your glasses to Oskay?
Yeah.
Have him put a cap on, and have him pretend to be you on a quick video.
You think my mom wouldn't recognize her own boy
on
the video?
We'll get Noah over here.
Tell her you had work done.
The way we can, this will be perfect. We'll have Noah film you, and then we'll put your voice on Oskay's face. She'll be convinced that you, kind of dimly lit, with this gigantic beard.
I don't know if you've noticed, Tom.
No.
But I have hair.
Yeah, he sure does.
We'll put like a St. Louis Blues hat on you.
Oh, okay.
What kind of moron do you think my mom is?
She's aging. Her vision's terrible. I've seen Rich. I mean, come on. Obviously, she can't see.
Oh, my God.
No, I'm telling you, we could film it in such a way to have, and they'll overdub the voice, so it's your voice coming on, going, "Hi, Mom. How do you like my new beard?" And then real quick and short, and then see what she says.
It looked like a kidnap video.
Yeah, she's gonna text back. What is going on?
Let's make her that.
And I'll just write Tom. She uses your blanket. She's got a big blanket with
my face on
with
it?
your face on it.
Nice.
She's and you know what she told me? She goes, "Boy, I love that Bob blanket."
Well, that's because the Bob blanket can't get her pregnant. Well, let's see. Coming up, we have more letters about sea-doos, ski-doos. Ski-doos are the ones on the snow. We have a bass trombone update.
Thank goodness.
Yeah. Oh boy, bated breath for that.
That's mean about a bass. That's bass trombones for bigger bears. If you've been following our trombone hunk.
It's all about the bass.
So that story about breaking in and destroying all the Greek stuff wasn't to set up Greek statue penis?
No, but it's a great... why wouldn't you be playing that, Pat?
Come on, Pat.
I was prepared.
Okay. What the hell's
Now,
wrong
we should
with
point out Pat's... Pat's song about Greek statues just recently won a prize. It won number one song of the year, International Songwriters Competition.
No way to check that.
And they say, write what you know. This is the true story of the way Greek statues go.
I am a true man of the world. I stand here with my flag unfurled. I'm a gorgeous melting pot of humanity. But one physical flaw is such a blow to my vanity. I have a cute English nose. Like the Swedes, I'm the leanest. I have huge Austrian pecs. But a Greek statue penis. I'm hung like ancient art. That's what came between us. You like my Roman hands, but not my Greek statue penis. I'm no Norse god, neither thrower nor shower. I have a pint-sized package like that javelin thrower. Go ahead, take a peek at my tiny little Greek physique. I have a strong Irish liver and a Japanese-like genius.
No accent.
A big American gut, but a Greek statue penis. salty Brazilian nuts, and the Greeks that you peanuts. I think fancy.
Yeah! All right.
So good, Pat.
Claims he won an award with that one.
That's very nice, Pat. Thank you very much. Now, Pat, you have a new album out there.
Yeah, it's called Captured Live.
Captured Live, recently #1 in the comedy charts. Very nice.
I'll tell you what, that laugh track sounds real, too.
Yeah.
It does.
So you take that last album and just add a laugh track, then release it as another album?
That's all I did.
Christy.
It's not a laugh track. You can hear Frampton a couple times. Got another exciting trombone letter here.
It's not exciting.
No, this is really cool. Once again, do you want to explain why we're talking trombones here, Christy?
Yeah, because some music teacher used a trombone to scare off a bear.
Yeah. If there were a bear in here and we had a trombone,
The bear was not in the school. The bear was outside on top of a
looking to
building that
munch on
houses their
some
garbage bags.
Okay, this comes to us from David. He said, I majored in trombone in college.
You can do that?
Sure.
And
What'd you minor in the kazoo?
He goes, I heard this a lot. How do you get a trombone player off of the front porch? You pay him for the pizza.
Yeah, that's a famous bass joke.
He goes, I was in the Marine Corps band stationed in Okinawa, Japan.
Oh, thank you for your service.
On a trip to Australia, we kept having reporters trying to come inside our block formation while we marched so they could get good pictures. This is a no-no in military bands. After repeated warnings were ignored, our drum major lost it, turned around and said, trombones? Fix bayonets. Very, very funny. And a veteran of the United States Marine Corps. Thank you. Thank you. Let's see
What's his name?
Well, he calls himself Corporal Cranky Pants.
Okay.
Nice.
That's
Thank you,
his
Corporal.
actual name. His actual name is David. But let's see now. I know what I want to tell you about. How about some great food? 'Tis the season, and with gas prices the way they are, how about saving a bunch of money by not even having to go to the grocery store a few times a week?
Yeah.
Hello Fresh. What do? They go to the grocery store. They get the fresh food. They measure it, and they get it all ready for you. You put it together. It can be super quick recipes, or it can be really cool, super great restaurant grade stuff. Get all the details at hellofresh.com/BTShow16. Now, the over 50 recipes a week, different whatever you're into. They'll give you, essentially, it's the kit. It's got everything you need to make stuff like, well, what do you got over there, Willie?
One of my favorites, the Salsa Verde pork tacos with Monterey Jack and Southwest crema. HelloFresh is going to send you 9 ingredients. You put those together in 6 easy steps, and in a half hour, you have these delicious, colorful tacos from our friends at HelloFresh.
Now, we're talking lots of options. You could have what we call comfort food. You could have quick and easy stuff. You could have low carb or low cal, whatever you want, more than 50 recipes a week. Check it out, and they've gone to great lengths to make this something you want to try by throwing in 16 free meals and 3 gifts as part of a very special Bob and Tom Show package. HelloFresh.com/BTShow16. Remember that code, BTShow16. For great food, by the way, great for date night. Jeff, you can get together with your sweetie and throw a nice meal together. That's right. And the kids are going to love it, too. They'll clean their plates, I'm telling you. I've witnessed it. And my kids are very picky eaters. BTShow16 is the code. 16 free meals, 3 free gifts. HelloFresh.com/BTShow16. That's HelloFresh.com/BTShow16. Change up your routine. Live a little. Have some great food. When we come back, we've got some exciting stuff coming, including, of course, Allie Breen with Sexy Time. And also, the Mayflower's coming back. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Got something to say? Send us an email. bobandtom@bobandtom.com. This is the Bob and Tom Show. things you hear on the Bob and Tom Show.
Comedian Renee Hicks has joined us in the studio.
Morning, Renee.
Good morning.
Quite the sportswoman, I can
Oh,
tell
yes,
from your
yes, yes. And we were
conversation.
talking about the WNBA. I just want to know, like, will there be, like, feminine hygiene commercials, like, sponsoring it? Because I think those things got to go. They're just too damn nasty. I mean, they got to stop. They got to stop talking about women's genitalia. I mean, and these women talking about douche. We don't do that, men. We don't go to the beach talking about douche.
You don't?
You know? No, we don't. And see, I never want to see a black woman do that. Because you know they would have her just acting crazy, just walking along going, oh, girl, I ain't seen you in a... Damn, Shaniqua, is that you stinking like that, girl? Well, you need to douche your nasty ass. There's a whole family of seagulls following your nasty ass. Damn.
Hey, don't say we didn't warn you. There's laughter ahead.
You guys want to grab lunch?
We can't go anymore.
Holy
That's
cow.
a good day's work, everybody.
This is Bob and Tom 24/7.
Hey, just as a reminder, the Bob and Tom Show has some free podcasts out there you can download and listen to on your own time for free. That's right. Did I say free? Free. The Bob and Tom Show Extra Podcast, weekday afternoons at 3 p.m. Eastern Time or so. That bad boy pops in there. That Josh Arnold Podcast, Josh discussing fun topics. You could learn something. And, of course, the Bits and Pieces Podcast, which is a dive into the archives of the Bob and Tom Show, and they discuss some of our favorite bits and pieces from the show. One of the recent guests, Josh Arnold, who was a fan before he was in the sidekick chair, and they talk about some of his favorite bits and pieces from the Bob and Tom Show. Worth checking out and free at bobandtom.com/podcast. Allie Breen, Sexy Time, on the way right here on Bob and Tom 24/7. Good morning. I'm Mark Allison with your Bob and Tom Sports Update. Nikita Khrushchev scored on a breakaway, and Andrei Vasilevsky had 33 saves, helping the Tampa Bay Lightning shut down the New York Rangers 4-1 and evening the NHL's Eastern Conference Final at 2 games apiece. Let me point out, I'm not a hockey fan, and I know I butchered those gentlemen's names. I apologize. Taylor Walls hit a 3-run homer with 2 outs in the 10th inning. The Tampa Bay Rays beat the St. Louis Cardinals 4-2. Walls sent a 2-2 pitch from Drew Verhagen into the right field seats. Alec Boehm and Matt Verling homered off Josh Hader in the 9th inning as the Philadelphia Phillies rallied to defeat the Milwaukee Brewers 3-2 for their 5th straight win. Pretty impressive. They just blew out their manager. Milwaukee held a 2-1 lead in the 9th with its all-star closer on the mound. Get this, Hader hadn't blown a save or allowed a run in 19 previous appearances this year. Boehm belted a leadoff homer off Hader, snapping his streak of 40 straight scoreless appearances dating back to last season. Meanwhile, a 12-game losing skid has cost Los Angeles Angels skipper Joe Madden his job. Remember him? Third base coach Phil Nevin will be the Angels' interim manager. Madden went 130 and 148 with the Angels, who hired him before the coronavirus-shortened 2020 season. After finishing with losing records in Madden's first 2 seasons, the Angels off to a strong 27-17 start to the season before their current losing streak began. And NFL news, back surgery will keep Indianapolis Colts linebacker Darius Leonard out of the week's mandatory minicamp and at least part of training camp. Coach Frank Reich says the 3-time All-Pro scheduled to have a procedure Tuesday as Indy opened its 3-day practice session. Leonard played through a bad ankle last season and had surgery earlier this offseason. Reich said the back injury also bothered Leonard, and he opted for surgery when it didn't feel any better. That's a quick look at your sports headlines. More of the Bob and Tom Show coming up.
Hey, Shooter, it's Kenny Tarmac. Hey, we just landed. I'm an ORD, just got in from TPA through ATL. And hey, guess what else just landed? The Bob and Tom app. I know. Now, thanks to the Bob and Tom app, even if I have to go all the way from Foxtrot 20 down to Alpha 4, I can still listen live, see their videos, find an affiliate station, use the alarm, and even send a message. This is Kenny Tarmac signing off and reminding you, everything I touch turns to sold.
Bob and Tom, 24/7.
Comedian Roger Naylor is our guest from the Ohio Valley.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to remember. Is your wife a cop?
Yeah, it's not the traditional
job like we were talking about. I mean, it was very, very romantic. We met at a Dunkin' Donuts. So. She hates that joke.
I'll bet she does.
It is a weird job for a woman to have, but it has its advantages. I mean, what other job can you think of where the woman comes home every single night with handcuffs? So
sure,
we got a little game we like to play called Held for Questioning. On the downside, my wife carries a gun.
Oh, good point.
Which makes PMS a whole different ball game at my house. Our toilet seat stays down. I take no chances. I pee in the tub or out in the yard. I don't even mess with it.
I don't blame you.
Yeah, my wife is a cop. It's very weird being in bed with a cop. Do you know how embarrassing it is to be in the middle of making love to your wife and all of a sudden you hear, "What's your hurry, pal?"
Hey, it's the Bob and Tom Show. Christy Lee at the news desk.
Hi.
Pat Godwin in the performance studio. Hey, Josh. Jeff Oskey sitting in for Chick McGee, who's getting a gallbladder procedure done today. He's going to be just fine. Everyone, thank you for your well wishes. In fact, here's a quick letter for Chick. Boy, oh boy, the lengths that guy will go to get out of work.
Yeah.
Not
to mention that 2-second buzz you get when they put you under.
That is wild.
I remember I had that heart surgery, and I'll never forget the doctor going, "Okay, I want you to count down from 10." And I remember going, never even got the 10 out.
Ace Cosby's here. He's got a joke of the day brewing from Omaha Steaks. Willie Griswold.
Hey, man.
Jessica Alsman has joined us.
Hello.
And Tom, there you are, my friend.
I am right here. It's great to be here. Thank you very much. Josh Arnold. Josh taking the big 4-day weekend this weekend, going to see his brothers in the boat.
Good for you,
and
Josh.
Your mom is going to be there?
Yeah, we're going to do
So you're not here Friday?
No, I won't be. I'll be on the lake and then seeing Whiskey Myers concert that night.
I'm not familiar with their work.
Oh, they're good stuff, man. Good stuff.
Will you be doing shots? Whiskey?
I won't be, but I'll probably have a beer. So, in fact, my brother Jeff had a few tickets, and so I took one. And my mom is going to the concert too. I haven't been to a concert with my mom since I was a kid.
Yeah, that's the Wiggles. Nothing spells fun like concert with mom.
Oh, boy, what a ball! We're gonna have a blast.
Hey, Mom, can you stop giving me the C block? I got some working over here.
Didn't your mom take you to a concert once?
Yes. My friend Steve Wolf bailed on me when I was like in 8th grade. I went to see Simon and Garfunkel with my mom.
Well, that's cool. Good see. I bet she loved it.
Yeah, they were great. Don't get me wrong.
What a nice memory.
Yeah, but I'm still mad at Steve all these years later. What do you mean you're not going? Okay, sorry. Let's go around. First concert you ever saw Ace Cosby? Go.
With my mother, Jackson 5.
With my mother.
All right.
Was that the first concert period, or did you have to go into one?
Yeah, Jackson. Mm-hmm.
Wow.
I don't think I ever went to a concert with my mother, ever.
Well,
she wasn't a Kiss fan.
My parents took us to see the Monkees.
No kidding.
Yeah, they had a matinee show, and then they had an evening show. The matinee was so good, we stuck around for the evening show.
No, I'm pretty sure.
Was this the full Monkees?
Yeah, all 4.
Really?
Yep. It was great.
Wow.
Yeah.
We would do Holiday on Ice and that and Harlem Globetrotters, but we never went to concerts.
Yeah, but that's a different category, though. The category is concerts. Halsey?
NSYNC, the No Strings Attached tour, went with my friend, and her parents took us.
Wow.
Willie, I can't remember. You went to lots of shows.
The first one we went to that was I wanted to go to was The Strokes, for sure. That was one of the best shows of my life. And then I think when I was really little, we might have gone to an NSYNC or Backstreet Boys or Spice Girls, Britney Spears, one of those kind of bubblegum pop artists of that era.
I saw the Spice Girls with Lucy twice.
Okay, yeah, maybe it was that then. And I remember that there was
they were good. It was weird. I don't know. I'm not sure if there was actually singing, but they were.
There was a half-naked woman, and she utilized a chair just to barely cover her breasts. And I remember I was 4 or 5 and being I am into this. You know what I'm talking about?
It's about the music. That's what they say.
My first concert, 16, Elton John, was good.
Pretty good one.
Yeah. But I didn't go with my mom. I went with, we double dated, I think, my girlfriend and I.
I met Jessica's father at a REO Speedwagon concert.
That's right. Oh, wow. I've gone to a few Styx and REO shows.
For those of you who don't know, Jessica's father is Kevin Cronin.
Well, Kevin doesn't know that. He's going to keep on loving you. REO, Styx, and Loverboy currently on tour. So lots of great bands out there this summer. Try to go see some great live music. Speaking of which, this just ties right in. I will be excuse me, this comes to us from Bobby. He writes, I will be attending a Trombone Shorty concert this Friday in Hampton Beach, New Hampshire.
Sweet.
No. Cool. Now, we were talking about trombones because of the daring rescue of a music teacher in Canada saving the children from being eaten by a bear by playing the trombone.
Would have been frightened by any noise.
The trombone, the trombone scared them away. Here's a little Trombone Shorty for you. This is so cool. This guy recommends checking out the videos. Has that kind of average white band feel there.
Good stuff.
Yeah, for
that's
like
nice.
10 minutes. Like, can you imagine sitting through an hour and a half of that?
Yes, I can.
Jeff, you could take your sign and probably make some pretty good cash.
Like a will listen to music for food type thing?
Cardboard. Well, you know something? You know what would be really fun to do one day?
For you? Yes, what would that be?
Yes, we give you and Josh each a sign.
Can't stand
live in the air.
No.
And stick you at an exit of the freeway.
And see who makes more money?
No.
Yeah. Donate it all to charity?
Yeah. Because but we'd have to do. I guess we couldn't talk about it in the air. They would know it was you.
Right.
I just think Jeff would get more money. By the way, if you're doing that, don't smoke.
I'm with homeless people that
You don't want to
smoke?
contribute to that?
No, I mean, if the guy's smoking, I'm not going to throw him a buck. I mean,
we have a gentleman up by us who he brings trash bags and picks up all the trash around there.
Yeah, that guy's
nice.
nice.
I have no
Yeah,
issue.
that guy, I'm
I'll
happy.
give that guy some money.
Sure. And the guy with the dog.
You son of a...
That's why I would beat Jeff. I would have a dog.
You can't have a dog.
I'm going to take your kitten. Kitten will trump dog all day.
You can bring me out there. I'll wear no shirt and I'll just stand next to you, kind of staring off into space. Like,
you can have him on a leash like Princess Leia.
Just wear sunglasses, stare into the sun the whole time. We'll make a little cash.
Now, before we get to the Ace Cosby joke of the day, I should explain Chick McGee having his gallbladder removed this afternoon. This came on rather suddenly. I spoke to him about it at 3 in the morning. And,
Poor fella.
He's going to be fine. But let's see. Gary has been kind enough to write us, what does Chick McGee's gallbladder have in common with JFK Jr.'s flying lessons? Both completely useless. Okay.
That is a listener.
Boy, oh boy,
Thank
that's
you.
amazing.
Thank you very much. Right now, he's got a pretty good streak going on, and it's time to see if we can continue that streak. Ladies and gentlemen.
Sexy man with a deep voice. Ace Cosby, here he is with his joke of the day.
What did Jay-Z call his girlfriend before getting married?
What?
Fiance.
The streak continues, Tom.
Yeah.
Lady Fee.
Good.
Man.
Rock solid.
Oh, boy. You know what else is rock solid?
What?
What's that?
The products you can get from Omaha Steaks. Now, what I mean is...
The steaks, you mean?
Quality is terrific. They're not rock solid.
You mean the steaks themselves? Yeah.
Yeah, they're not. They're tender.
Ad-libbing commercials, not your strength, I must say.
Dads Want Steak. Go to omahasteaks.com. Type BTS into the search bar. Order the Dads Want Steaks package. You're going to get 16 entrees, 4 desserts, plus 8 free Omaha Steaks burgers. All of their meat, very tender and juicy.
Now, I'm telling you this. You feel like me, you don't get to see your brothers all that often.
Yeah.
Guess what I'm sending them?
Omaha Steaks.
For Father's Day, they're both fathers. Nice box of Omaha Steaks. I did the same thing at Christmas. That's right.
What a coincidence, because you're also sending my brother's Omaha Steaks.
Oh, wow, that's so
I found his
generous.
credit card yesterday.
I'm a dad.
I'm a dad, too. I'm a dad.
Well, here's one more trombone joke since we're doing this.
All right.
This is once again from a trombone fan. How do you recognize the trombonist's kids on the playground?
How?
The kid doesn't know how to use the slide, and he can't swing.
That's pretty good.
That's a solid joke there. I must have this to my
All
trombone-playing friends. We will be right back. Coming up, of course, Allie Breen and Sexy Time. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Got a comment? Our email is bobandtom@bobandtom.com. More Bob and Tom next. State law.
Things you hear on the Bob and Tom Show.
Now, this is exciting. Thank you very much for being here. You're on the Albert Brooks Show. And what is it you do for a living?
I do radio, actually.
Really?
Yes.
You do radio?
Yes.
That's incredible. So that's exciting. All right, we'll be right back. Come on! You do radio. This is a television show. Nobody cares. Help me out. You go back to your table. You have a life. My career's in the toilet. And then big smiles. Welcome back. We were kidding off the air. She's a killer, this one. So you were telling me before that you do radio.
Yes.
That's exciting. What do you do actually in radio?
I do news.
You do news?
Yes.
Really?
I'm a news reader.
You are a news reader.
Yes.
I didn't know. That's
Yes.
great. We'll be right back. Come on! You read the news.
Hey, everybody, this is Jimmy Pardo. You recognize my voice from the show and my face from television. You are listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
Thank you, Jimmy Pardo. Mark Allison along with you as we roll through a Wednesday, as we like to call it, hump day, because we're immature and silly. But we hope you're having a great day nonetheless. Thanks for joining us here on Bob and Tom 24/7. And we'd like to keep you here listening. I don't want to send you away, but if you'd like to watch the show in real time, we do have a web address. You can go and stream the show in real time, actually watch the show as it happens. bobandtom.com/live is the location of the Bob and Tom live video feed. You can watch and see everybody. If you've never known what the cast look like, here's your chance. Did I mention it's free? bobandtom.com/live. Cameras in the studio. It's like a TV show, but on your computer or your phone. Just don't do it while you're driving down the road, Mr. Truck Driver or Miss Mom taking your kids to school or summer camp. At any rate, bobandtom.com/live for those of you who want to continue listening while you listen. Keep it here on Bob and Tom 24/7. Also free. You're welcome. Good morning. I'm Mark Allison with your Bob and Tom entertainment news headlines. Sad news. Jim Seals of Seals and Crofts has died at the age of 80, according to multiple people who knew him. Details of his death not given. Seals and Crofts had top 10 hits in the 70s with the songs Summer Breeze, Diamond Girl, and Get Closer. Seals had another claim to fame. He played sax on Tequila by the Champs. Crofts played drums on that song. They were in the Champs as teens. Travis Scott will perform at his first festival since 10 people killed at his Astroworld Festival in Houston last November. The Las Vegas Review-Journal reports Scott is in the lineup for the Day in Vegas Festival in Las Vegas, set for Labor Day weekend. Shazad, J. Cole, Baby Keem, Playboy Cardi, and Her also are in the lineup. For almost 3 decades, off and on, Jeff Goldblum has played Dr. Ian Malcolm with particular Goldblumian panache as the stylish chaos theorist in the Jurassic Park and Jurassic World films. Goldblum is both the voice of reason and comedy relief all at once, an augur of nature's unpredictability who can't help marveling at seeing his theories in action, even if that poses immediate danger to himself. It's one of the 69-year-old actor's best-known characters, yet Goldblum has a way of being less defined by his roles than putting his spin on them. Life finds a way in Jurassic Park and its sequels, and so does Goldblum, who's also celebrating a birthday today. So happy birthday, Jeff Goldblum, and congratulations on another Jurassic Park movie. That's a look at your entertainment news. More of the Bob and Tom Show coming up.
Hey, hi, this is Tom.
And this is Chick from the Bob and Tom Show.
Hey, Christy, what's the best way to get full access to the show?
Hey, what? You introduced me.
That would be to become a Bob and Tom VIP.
Very good. Now, Josh, what's a feature of Bob and Tom VIP?
Wait a minute.
Well, the live 5-camera video stream of the show, plus a podcast of the show and comedy from the Bob and Tom archives.
Excellent. Chick, what do you have to say for yourself?
Become a Bob and Tom VIP now. Just go to bobandtom.com/VIP.
See, that was worth the wait, wasn't it?
All day, all night, all Bob and Tom. This is Bob and Tom 24/7.
With us in the studio, comedian Doug Stanhope. I wanted to talk about something fairly mundane, actually, with Doug. You hate baseball. Am I correct?
Baseball players always, they look like cops so much. They're so... No, they're so joyless.
Are you out of your mind?
But no, you watch any other sport and they're happy and they're pumping up the crowd, they're high-fiving. And baseball guys, they just look so joyless and smug, and they just sit there in the dugout and they look like cops. You know how someone gets pulled over, they have no registration, and you need 9 officers, and they all stand around with their arms crossed and self-important looking. No joy in their face.
So what do you do during? Because I can tell you love.
I mean,
football
I'll
so
bet
much.
on baseball because I think that's the only reason people watch it is because it's the only thing on in the summer. I hate the Yankees. That's the only reason I watch baseball is to hope the Yankees lose, and I guess that's probably a miserable. Just because they buy their team and their fans are so obnoxious. Like if you're gonna just be cheering in the stands, pick an underdog and have some character. If you have money on the game, it's different. That's like having stock in a company.
Yeah.
But if you're just gonna be a loudmouth, beer-fueled ass bag in the stands, pick the underdog. Rooting for the Yankees is like going to a casino and cheering for the house.
We're having some fun.
Hey, it's the Bob and Tom show. Erky.
What the hell are you doing? You having
A little 90s like hip-hop version.
Really?
Yeah. Your thoughts?
Stow it.
That was cool, man. You guys didn't see this. A backwards hat appeared on his head.
Oh, man. Christy Lee in the news area.
Hi.
Pat Godwin in the performance room.
Hello, Josh.
Thank you. A little Max Headroom.
Max Headroom, that lasted that was a solid week of entertainment.
It was huge for a while.
Matt Brewer can do no wrong.
Jeff Oskey sitting in for Chick McGee, who's getting gallbladder surgery. That's right, he's having one put in. Wait, that doesn't work on that.
Chick called me early this morning, and he's doing fine. We talked to him a couple hours ago, but he's having his gallbladder sucked out.
And somebody who's glad he's not here, Ace Cosby. Yeah! Always celebrates.
Hey, Ace, do you remember the joke of the day from Monday?
Yeah.
Okay, can we, if you don't mind, this was such a classic, and I don't think Halsey's heard it yet.
Just a second.
What?
Willie Griswold's here.
Sorry.
Yes, you mentioned Jessica Alsman. You're here, Tom. I'm here, John.
The music's over. You're not done because of that stupid Max Headroom.
No, because you interrupted me 17 times.
I was trying to get to the point.
Get to it now.
Okay, thank you very much.
We just heard from him.
Ace Cosby,
Hey, be quiet.
here he is with his joke of the day.
Well, he's afraid of monkeypox. And
Monkeypox.
That's been in the news so much, and
Yeah.
I'm not worried. I've been vaccinated against monkeypox and chickenpox. I'm 2 pox. Secure.
Are you happy, Tom? You see what happened? You've done.
See, he's Tupac's secure.
Right.
You see,
right.
referencing, of course,
Yes.
Tupac. That's who.
Yeah.
Tupac, of course, had the. Remember the tattoo in his belly?
Yeah,
No.
Thug Life.
Thug Life.
I see.
You could get that.
Then he
Josh.
wonders why he got shot.
See, Josh, in the 90s, too. So.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Is there a thing called Thug Light? Kind of a. Sort of a. Sort of
you're
a
either a
thug, but
thug
not
or
really.
you're not.
Yeah, who would be?
It's the
Drake.
Master P version of
Drake.
Pedialyte.
Drake's Thug Light, right?
Kind of,
Drake? Oh, is he?
kind of friendly.
He'll
nice,
talk about,
well-groomed
smoking
beard.
somebody, but he does it in a nice, calming voice.
Is there a rapper or hip hop artist out there that always talks about how they are like street, but they pay for other people to do their dirty work for them? So Drake would be like, I'm going to pay somebody to bust a cap in someone's ass.
That's pretty much what, that's
He had a lyric where he talked about catching bodies, which is another way to say killing people, and people made fun of him so much
Come
for
on,
it.
Drake, you're not doing it. Weren't you on a Nickelodeon show?
Josh, it was a Canadian soap opera.
Degrassi High.
Degrassi High.
What is that?
Never watched a minute.
I'm sorry, is that a joke?
It's kind of like, no, it's like a
Drake show.
The show Drake show.
Kind of Saved by the Bell, but heavier.
Oh.
Is that named after the scientist?
No, that's Neil deGrasse Tyson. That's DeGrasse.
Degrassi High.
This is Degrassi or Grassy.
Degrassi.
It's a Canadian show.
Okay, sorry, I'm not up on my Canadian television. I can't keep track of American TV, let alone. So sorry. Okay, Christy Lee's
Here's
up
something that I know you're familiar with on television: Bewitched.
Yes.
Authorities in Salem, Massachusetts are saying that the city's famous statue honoring the TV show Bewitched was vandalized with red paint.
Oh.
Captain John Burke said witnesses called police to report someone spray painting the bronze statue, which depicts actor Elizabeth Montgomery sitting on a broomstick in front of a crescent moon.
She's gorgeous.
An officer in the area spotted a man fitting witness descriptions of the vandal, and after a brief chase, arrested a 32-year-old city resident on charges of defacing property, resisting arrest, and disorderly conduct.
Must have been an I Dream of Jeannie fan.
Yeah.
I bet he was a fan of the first Darren.
Yeah.
I see.
Okay, here's a picture of this thing. This guy really got it. I mean, she from the waist up is just glowing red paint. It's
bummer.
Horrible.
Have you seen this?
It's a good-looking statue.
Yeah, Josh has been to Salem.
Yeah, a few times. I love it there.
That's kind of cool. Kind of nice. Have you seen the statue, John?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
It's big. Looks nice. But
and Elizabeth got just a total knockout.
Yeah.
How long was that show on that they made a statue to it?
She was the most famous witch of all time. I watched I Dream of Jeannie and Bewitched back to back over the weekend.
They live on in reruns.
Yeah, they
They're
do.
classics.
Yeah.
This said, did you read the rest of the article? Police are looking for a Mr. Larry Tate, reportedly out drinking with a client.
Boy, you got to really be a fan of the show to get that. Sorry, Willie.
No, are you kidding? Larry Tate was the main guy.
Uncle Arthur.
He wasn't the main guy.
Larry Tate, he represented every white, suburban, drunk, thirsty.
He was like the Mad Men guy.
He was so white, his last name was White. It's David White. There were 254 episodes of Bewitched. Really? Yeah. Mm-hmm.
When was that on TV?
64 to 72.
Yeah, I'm more of a Sabrina the Teenage Witch guy.
I've enjoyed that too.
That was my era, I think.
What the Melissa Joan Hart or the Kiernan Shipka?
Whichever one Caroline Ray was in.
She shows up in both. Kiernan Shipka, but
well, that is confusing, isn't it?
I know Caroline was our guest yesterday, and have they posted that video? She was hilarious, talking about. We should maybe have that and the Kostaki video together.
And you should date her. You love her.
She's just a great. I'm busy right now. She is.
I'm busy.
You're not busy.
I'm in love with someone else.
My dad had a genuine crush on her.
Caroline is hilarious, and she, as you may have heard, Kostaki is getting divorced. And, well, yeah, he and Caroline also have a child. The point is,
he didn't marry you.
The point is that she kind of had a very nice thing to say about him. So, but it was extremely funny. Is that available in the archives? Of posted?
I'm sure.
Yep. You can watch it on our YouTube channel.
Okay, great. It was really, really funny. We have time to get ready for sexy time. But first, Christy, what have you got over there?
It's a new ship known as the Mayflower. This Mayflower is the crewless robotic boat that has been trying to retrace the 1620 sea voyage of its namesake.
Why?
And it has reached North American shores in Canada. According to IBM...
So in other words, it's a failure.
Yes.
Well, they just went a little north. According to IBM, the 50-foot autonomous trimaran... Trimaran?
It's like a catamaran.
Yeah,
Catamaran is 2, trimaran is 3.
Docked in Halifax, Nova Scotia after more than 5 weeks crossing the Atlantic Ocean from England. The undertaking was not without its hitches, though.
You mean like landing at the wrong place?
Yes, and the original Mayflower was a trimaran?
No.
No.
I didn't
This
think
thing is-
so.
That would have been really cool because I don't think they had those for a while.
I know.
Trimaran sounds like a heartburn medication.
Yeah, it does.
Last year, on the first attempt to cross the Atlantic to Plymouth, Massachusetts, the boat was forced to turn back due to technical glitches. It set off again on April 27th, but a generator problem diverted it to Portugal's Azores Islands for repairs. The ship encountered even more problems out on the open sea, leading nonprofit marine research organization
To go broke.
ProMare, yes, to switch to a backup navigation computer and chart a course to Halifax, which was closer than any U.S. destination.
What was the point of this?
That's a very good question.
Apparently failure. I mean, with GPS technology as great as it is right now, most cars could have done this, and they can't even float. How could this have not?
I don't know.
Which I feel terrible. This is bad for Canada. I mean, to be a distraction during the NHL playoffs.
I don't need this now.
Yeah, like, pour some poutine on it. Let's move forward. And
Pour some poutine on it. Sweet poutine.
By the way, to make it more accurate,
yes,
to reproduce the Mayflower, it does contain smallpox and syphilis.
Oh, perfect.
So, native peoples, look out. Here we come. Hello, we're discovering you. But wait a minute, we're already here. Yeah. This sounds like a complete disaster.
It sounds like it, yeah.
Because back in the day, they didn't have all that machinery. They just went by feel.
And they got
probably
here.
Changed basically, the wind's coming, so we're going to do this. Yeah.
I think they navigated by the stars, but yeah.
The sun.
Again,
they see the clouds.
They got here.
What a bunch of hippies. Get computers.
Hey, we're the Plymouths.
My goodness.
Okay.
They're probably shoeless.
Let's move forward.
Shoeless.
They're poor, Josh.
Christy, what else you got?
The light's on. Should I keep
Oh,
going?
I'm sorry. Been on for a while.
Remember that thing you demanded be installed?
I missed it 4 times
Right in
today.
So enthralled with the delights of the news.
Conversation.
Coming up, Josh is sitting down.
Yeah, why?
Got some KFC news.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I enjoy it.
There's a shortage of something.
All right.
And we have
But don't fret, it's lettuce.
Well, this is the best news I've heard all day.
Yeah.
Now, what's coming up, Christy?
Sexy Time with Allie Breen is coming up
I love
next.
that show. Hey,
Yes.
speaking of coming up, if your car isn't coming up when you go to start it, well, maybe it's time to get some great parts in it. That's where Napa comes in. Napa will keep that car and that truck of yours moving. Got wheels? Check. Engine? Yup. Well, how about keeping it on the road, especially these days? If it's on the road, it's going to need a part. Napa's going to have it. I was just at my favorite Napa store the other day getting new windshield wipers. They're so nice. Need a part? And I'll tell you what. It's very confusing. Windshield wipers, there's like 100 different kinds. They got to figure out which one is for your car or your truck. They can because they've got Napa know-how. Over 500,000 quality auto parts. As I've said, you could build a car from scratch if you wanted to. Probably not a really good idea. But if the one you have needs a couple of new pieces or parts, Napa's going to have it. Once again, they've got Napa know-how. And, of course, they've got that famous curbside pickup. What am I talking about? Well, they've got next-day delivery or curbside pickup. Check out your local Napa Auto Parts store. This is happening at participating Napa Auto Parts stores with in-stock items only. Get all the details at NapaOnline.com. When we come back, is it indeed the time? Yes, it is. Yes. It's sexy time with Allie Breen. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Bob and Tom, 24/7.
Hey, Lexington, Kentucky, I'm talking to you. Coming up on Saturday, June 18th, Willie Griswold, Jeff Oskey, and David Brooks performing at the Pivot Brewing Company. That's right there in Lexington, Kentucky. Check out Willie's Instagram for tickets or at Jeff Oskey. You heard me, Pivot Brewing Company, Lexington, Kentucky. Sounds like you might be able to drink a little Pivot Brewing brew while you watch the comedians, Willie Griswold, Jeff Oskey, and David Brooks. We have fun here, don't we? Hope you can join them there in Lexington. Again, that's coming up Saturday, June 18th. As we roll through this Wednesday, sexy time on the way. Allie Breen. I can't wait. Relationship letters. It's going to be fun. Good morning. I'm Mark Allison with things you may have missed on this Wednesday. It's the inflation you're not supposed to see. From toilet paper to yogurt to corn chips, manufacturers quietly shrinking package sizes without lowering prices. I noticed it in my ranch dressing the other day. It's dubbed shrinkflation, and it's accelerating worldwide. In the U.S., a small box of Kleenex now 60 tissues. A few months ago, 65. You guessed it. In the UK, Nestle slimmed down coffee tins from 100 grams to 90 grams. Shrinkflation isn't new, experts say. It proliferates in times of high inflation as companies grapple with rising costs for ingredients, packaging, labor, and transportation. Brittany Griner, easily the most prominent American locked up by a foreign country. The WNBA star's case tangled up with that of another prisoner few Americans have ever heard of. Paul Whelan has been held in Russia since his December 2018 arrest on espionage charges he and the U.S. government say are false. He was left out of a prisoner exchange in April that brought home yet another detainee, Marine veteran Trevor Reed. That resolution escalates pressure on the Biden administration to avoid a repeat scenario of another one-for-one swap that does not include Whelan. Meanwhile, Brittany Griner sits in a jail in Russia. That's a look at things you may have missed. More of the Bob and Tom Show coming up.
Hi, this is Tom. Coming up Thursday morning in the Bob and Tom Show, we'll hang out with comedian Al Jackson and hear a little bit of music from Pat Godwin. It's
corn and stew for lunch again. Here in Cola Guard, another load came in. The mailman's here, another load came in.
That's Thursday morning on the Bob and Tom Show.
Bob and Tom.
The Bob and Tom Show, weekday mornings at 6 a.m. Eastern on Bob and Tom 24/7.
Hi, this is Augie Smith. You're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
Are odors in your home a constant problem? Do you live with a smoker, have pets, or simply have annoying kitchen cooking odors that just won't go away? Do you ever hear comments like this?
Gee, Janet, I never thought of fertilizing houseplants with cow dung.
Or has a house guest ever said,
Great room freshener, Bill. What do you call it? Early American locker room?
You've tried carpet deodorizers, spray mist, incense, stick-up fragrance dispensers, and even plug-in devices that temporarily mask the smells in your home. Nothing seems to work. That's why Home Products Incorporated, a division of Frigamall Industries, is proud to announce its latest innovation, Le Clip. With Le Clip, foul-smelling odors seem to miraculously disappear. Simply put Le Clip over your nose and the nose of visitors to your home and see what a difference it can make.
Hiya, Mary. How you been? Wonderful, Janet. Hey, your house smells great.
See how easy? If you pick up Le Clip today, and if you're not delighted with the results, we'll send your money back. Le Clip, by the same company that brought you Le Blindfold, the product that makes messy, cluttered homes look more neat and organized.
Gosh, honey, the house has never looked better.
Le Blindfold and Le Clip.
Pick yours up today.
Okay.
Hello. You're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7. This has been Chick McGee speaking.
You know you're too high when you're eating cereal naked and your girlfriend tells you to put some clothes on. You realize it's not your girlfriend. It's just a woman on a bus. That's how you know you're too high.
Essential Morning Radio. All day and all night.
Some like bug, some like Schlitz, but for me, it's
Bob and Tom 24/7.
Hey, welcome to the Bob and Tom Show. Christy Lee at the news desk.
Hey.
Pat Godwin in the performance studio. Hey, Josh. Jeff Oskey sitting in for Chick McGee, who's getting a gallbladder removed. One of his gallbladders removed this afternoon.
Yeah.
The one in his arm
he
or
has
the one
the
in his leg?
I think it's the one in his leg.
Okay.
Yeah, right behind the knee there.
Gallbladder majora?
Yeah, exactly.
Doesn't it grow back like a starfish when he uses his leg?
They can cauterize it so it won't.
Okay.
Ace Cosby sitting at the board. Willie Griswold sitting bored.
I don't think you guys know what you're talking about medically. My goodness.
Crack open a medical book, will you? You'll learn about the many gallbladders. Jessica Alsman joins us. And Tom, we have a special guest on the Zoom there.
Oh, there she is. It's the lovely comedian Allie Breen.
At home in New York.
And you're back home.
Yep, back at home.
Last week you were in a car, I believe.
Yes, I was.
Yeah, don't do that again.
I will try not to.
And am I,
Yeah, I had higher hopes for that.
you were helping a friend move.
Yes, and paint.
Oh,
it was a lot.
Don't do
I
that
know.
again. That's an
Man,
awful
you
thing.
really are a friend.
She's a sweetheart.
Wow.
Yeah.
That I
Yeah,
don't know.
all for pizza, too.
I'm sorry. And all you got was a pizza?
Yep. I was tricked.
Yeah.
Okay. You don't look like you could lift a lot.
I can. I'm pretty strong, actually. I got some.
Super strong.
Yeah, look at those.
Oh,
look at
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
See that?
She's all muscle.
She's got some pistols.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, Allie is a very fine stand-up comedian, and she knows her way around the bedroom.
Is that right, Tom?
Well, I mean, I guess.
I hope you sue the pants off.
That's better. Usually, it's usually I know my way around the streets, so I'm going to upgrade it, actually.
Now, Josh, this is one of those words I've never heard, but I've read a lot.
Yeah.
Is it bona fides or bona fides or?
Bona fide.
Right, but there's a I don't know. I don't know how to pronounce
They'll
that.
say what are her bona fides?
Right.
I don't know I've read it a lot. I've never heard anybody say it.
Because no one talks like that.
Bonifications.
I like that.
No, see, bonification sounds like a porno or some kind of instructional video.
Josh just sent me his bonification for the day.
I can stop.
Someone should contact HR.
Now, let's get to some of these letters. See if we can help these people.
Dear Allie, I do really well on dating sites. I'm very attractive, very witty, have a great job and personality.
I hate you.
But I am 5'4" tall. And when I meet women in person, they're mad I didn't tell them in advance. Two things. Isn't that superficial on their part? And the second thing is, I'm afraid they think a short man means that I have a short member. And I want to write on behalf of all short men to say it's not true at all. In fact, I'm built like a tripod. Should I tell them that in advance too?
Now I hate you. What?
I don't hate this person at all. I think you could put built like a 5'4", but built like a tripod.
No, that's too forward for the first phase.
I think it's kind of funny.
It's funny.
Yeah,
It's kind of funny.
If you're good at dating apps, make a joke. Put 5'4" in there somewhere. I don't know if you need to mention the tripod, but I think that you can get away with doing a joke about the 5'4" thing.
Yeah. Or
I think it helps to throw in the tripod though.
Or maybe, yeah. And maybe even go, I'm 5'4" if that matters to you superficial women.
Yeah, there you go.
That's
you can kind of
better.
throw it in their face a little bit.
That's cute.
That's perfect.
There are a lot of men who have women that are taller than them. A lot of Hollywood stars.
It's kind of a flex, I think, to be like Pharrell, his wife is like an Amazonian, beautiful and tall, and he's a shorter guy.
Zendaya. And,
Yeah, but I don't think you need to. I wouldn't throw out the huge schlong aspect of your.
What about I'm 5'4" with an erection? I'm 6 foot.
Hilarious.
That's funny.
Yeah, that works.
Okay.
So this is the one time Tom, for whatever reason, doesn't want a penis joke in there.
Well, no, I mean, I think you gotta wait. You want to wait till you're at dinner with this gal on your first date, and then
at dinner is when you bring out the boner joke.
And then when they bring out. They bring out the sausage. You go, that's like mine, only smaller.
No, you
bring out your bonifications.
That is not something you want to surprise a woman with. You want to tell them that you're 5'4".
Own it.
Yeah,
that way you're not wasting your own time by meeting women who aren't.
Exactly.
He could change his his screen name to Peter Dragon, and then
I know you could get one of those things like they see the pictures of all the prisoners where they've got the chart behind them of height.
Like a mugshot?
Yeah, so for his photograph, there's a picture of him holding up one of those little signs.
Yeah, sure.
Like you're in prison.
Let her know you're a felon. As opposed to just 5'4".
No, but then he could be holding up a sign, hung like a donkey, so she'd know it was a joke.
It's like, what if women had to post a picture of the scale and be like, this is how much I weigh, so it's just like
I think
not
that should
flattering
be
headshots.
not a bad idea. I'm totally kidding.
And then do each boob on a scale, too.
Yeah.
That'd be cool for me.
Oh.
Okay, well, I think we've done our work here. Let's move on. Once again, Allie Breen is our guest. If you want to get a hold of Allie, you can email her or whatever. It's ALLIBREEN on all social media. That's the way to go. Okay, Allie, what do we got?
Dear Allie, my boyfriend likes doing stuff in public and he wants me to flash him sometimes, and he does the same to me.
Oh.
Or at a restaurant, he'll want me to take my panties off under the table while he drops something and takes a look.
I see.
So the other day, I got out of the car to run an errand, and when I got back, he was exposing himself, and I realized others had seen it too, and it turned him on.
Oh.
I don't want to escalate this any further now. What should I do?
Yeah, he's going to get arrested.
I'll tell you
Headed
that
to
he
jail.
needs this. This is his thing. It's going to escalate. So if you're not into it, you need to bail.
And you're going to need bail money when when the 7-Eleven you go to is next to an elementary school.
Oh,
this is his thing. He needs it.
Yeah, if he comes home with a new trench coat, run. Just get out of there because he's getting accessories.
Yeah.
Now, deliberately dropping his fork or whatever after you've passed him your panties.
He wants to get a look. Yeah. He wants to see that she has indeed taken them off, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Because we don't know if
That's super private, I would think. You can't really see into a booth at a restaurant, can you?
I wouldn't go with super private.
Yeah, that's a good point.
So she's
I
never.
mean, the people are going to go, have you noticed the guys at table 7 with the miner's helmet on?
Well, he's just taking a peek. He's not underneath there doing work.
Would you like a super private?
He's not hanging out there for the rest of dinner.
How about the customer seeing her take them off? She's like wiggling.
No, you can be careful, right? Yeah, Christy, tell us about how you do that.
Well, he could do it with his foot.
The move is
like a
you
prehensile. He'd kind of reach up there with his foot and kind of snag the panties with between the toes.
Who here ordered the steamed clam?
Just don't wear panties.
This would be a great scene in a movie.
Oh, yeah.
Then you know what do you do? Then he gets a little bit mixed up, has a couple too many drinks, and he inadvertently uses her panties as a napkin.
That's funny. Yeah.
And the waiter comes up.
Big.
Excuse me. Puts them on as a jaunty beret, as they say.
Jaunty.
All right. Well, that's weird.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to work.
Be careful.
He needs
this is going to escalate to a bad place.
Yeah, you're right.
And you need not one.
Yeah.
See, the thing is, if this guy gets caught doing something like this, he's going to end up on one of those, what do you call it, sex offender lists, and all of a sudden you got to go to all your neighbors.
That's right.
Right.
Yeah.
They don't think it's funny. They take it very seriously. So,
Hi, I'm your new
Or they
neighbor.
could just move to New York and hang out on the subway. You see that all the time here.
Sure.
Commonplace.
I'm your new neighbor, Steve. I need to tell you that I am on a list. And there's nothing perverted. I just took my penis out at Olive Garden. Now,
I thought we were family over there.
yeah. Apparently they treat you like a criminal. Is what they do.
How's this for a breadstick?
okay, let's move on. Thank you, Allie. What else you got?
Dear Allie, my boyfriend has a jacuzzi and he always wants to have sexy time in it.
Yeah, he does.
Problem is, we can't. It's always super awkward and it doesn't really work because his equipment turns into a wet noodle.
Oh,
but he keeps trying all the same as if it's sexy or something. Should I just finally be like, dude, you are not up to this. Just stop.
Yeah,
Or let him continue to try.
Don't use your unit. Use anything else but that. Because also, you don't want to do it in a jacuzzi. That's like asking for a UTI or
I honestly thought it was like super, like it's like a guaranteed UTI.
Yeah, and it's dry and it's just not
not good.
Right.
And the people in the upstairs condos are going to be grossed out. They see
People in the jacuzzi are going to be.
People forget
in and out of the water.
Water creates friction. It doesn't ease it.
Oof. Yeah.
The other people at the gym don't like it.
Speak from experience, do you, Pat?
I tried it one time.
Yeah, get the skimmer. another load floated in. Okay.
Tell him. Yeah, it's not working, pal.
Like it hurts me and you can't do it.
Yeah.
I would leave.
Also, after a few failed attempts, why would you even keep trying? I don't understand
They
that.
think it's sexy and fun, and yeah.
If I could, though, I would say maybe I wouldn't focus on the wet noodle and his inability because that could lead to him feeling self-conscious. I'd maybe, hey, I like it in the bedroom. I like it when you do it here.
Right.
Maybe go about it that way.
Like it's foreplay.
Mm-hmm.
Really wet foreplay.
How about giving him a snorkel and a mask and saying, here.
Go do it.
Yeah. When you're done, we'll talk. You have to take the snorkel out of us. Wait a minute.
Yeah, it's going to be difficult.
I got to rethink this. Okay, sorry. Let's get on to our next letter. This is us, Sexy Time, with Allie Breen. What do we got?
Dear Allie, my girlfriend of 3 years and I were on a break last fall. Right away, a guy popped up out of nowhere, texting and Snapchatting her all the time. She told me it was nothing, and we got back together after the break, and things were great. It's now been a few months, and on Friday night at 1:30 a.m., this guy called her. She didn't answer because she was asleep, and then he called again 10 minutes later. So I woke her up to ask why he's calling. She said she didn't know, so I waited for him to call again, and I said we're going to answer this together on speaker. She obliged. She obliged, but as soon as he heard my voice, he hung up.
Of course.
And he wouldn't answer when I called back either. How should I feel about this situation? I trust my girlfriend, but why would he think it's okay to call her late unless they were hooking up, right?
No, they're not hooking up. You don't trust your girlfriend.
You don't.
Yeah.
And you should. She can't help it that some guy has been firing on her and called.
This going on a break thing, is this a Friends? Is that where this was?
Well, that was a big subplot on that show.
The
yeah,
break,
but,
yeah.
It was happening before then, going on breaks.
See, he made a mistake by answering on speaker with her. If he didn't speak up, he would have figured out what was going on.
Yep.
He was trying to
He should have
catch
been
her in something.
sneakier.
You don't trust her at all.
That dude
Right.
is a psycho. Like,
Which one? This guy?
the guy who wrote in.
Yeah.
Well, he just wanted to.
Oh, here, you answer while I sit next to you. Oh,
yeah, she should have been like, F you.
Yeah.
You clearly don't trust me.
Yeah, exactly. That's so
But
You should have took her phone and went in the other room and just read all the text messages. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. You should. No, I think that you should trust her because it's not her fault. You're like punishing her because someone's calling.
I like
She's
this.
not calling him.
Next time, you don't wake the girl up. You just use her face while she's asleep to unlock his phone, and then you go be a totally regular person in the other room. That's nuts.
No, you do a sexting thing. Just take a picture of a full toilet.
hey, send me a picture. I'll send you one. Yeah.
There's Tom.
Yes, that's your idea of sex.
That'll tell him.
And then be like, what? You're not into this?
Oh my goodness.
That'll send a message.
Yeah, sure.
What if he's into it though? Then you got to.
Oh my God.
If he's into it, then you've got real problems.
Yeah.
He sends back a fuller toilet.
Sorry,
it escalates.
We're really helping. We're doing good work today.
Yeah, boy, aren't we?
Allie Breen,
The Lord's
Sexy
work.
Time. What else have you got, Allie?
Dear Allie, I just went exclusive with a guy I met online last year, and he still has pictures of him with his ex on social media. I erased all of my ex-boyfriend pics that were clearly romantic and assumed he'd do the same. I know I can ask him to take them down, but I really want him to want to do that on his own. It's disrespectful to keep them up, don't you think?
No,
What should I do?
don't.
Ask
People
him.
don't care.
This is what it means, all right?
Yeah.
It's not top of mind to him.
Yes.
He's with you.
Yes.
Get
Yes.
over it.
Yeah.
I can't stand it.
I don't have time to go through my old social media and delete all the pictures of my life in there. Come on.
Yeah.
Get over.
Besides, you can't expect someone to erase the past.
Right.
It's fine for
Unless
that to
you
be in
have
there.
kids,
Especially the
it's like,
naked
who's
ones.
this?
That's how she's getting all the money.
Yeah.
Here, this will make you feel better. Regardless of whether or not her picture is up on his Instagram, he still thinks about her every now and again sexually. So live with that.
Oh, jeez, Josh.
Thank you, Joe.
Josh should be
Almost
the
making love to
therapist.
you.
Yeah.
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 Okay, we have time for one more, Allie. What do you got?
Dear Allie, my wife hates giving oral, so occasionally I will pay someone to do that. I feel guilty, but ultimately I'm doing this for her to respect her wishes. Am I right or wrong? If she was into this, I wouldn't stray.
It's for you, baby. It's all for you.
Well, you know what? I'm torn on this a little
What
bit.
a way to spin it.
This isn't anything bad.
This guy is gaslighting himself.
Yeah.
I love this.
Every girlfriend I've ever had didn't like changing my oil, so I paid for somebody else to do it.
There you go.
This is the same thing. No, boy, oh boy, I don't know. I don't know.
You should feel guilty.
It's his wife or his girlfriend.
It's his wife.
She hates doing it,
Yeah.
so he pays somebody to do it, and she's none the wiser.
I don't think she's there coaching.
Right.
But she could find out. He could get caught. So I guess he's trying to explain it in case that happens.
It's tricky because from what I've learned from 90s stand-up comedy, legally she owes you one on her birthday. So I don't know. Steve Harvey said.
Nobody wants my answer.
By the way, no,
I want it.
80s stand-up comedy be a lot more than that.
I want your answer because I think we are on the same page a little bit.
Okay, I need to make it clear. I know what you're doing. Is not what I would do.
Right.
But I think you're okay. I wouldn't do this. All right.
Would you tell her?
No, I think you're fine. I think it's helping you save your marriage.
Okay, and is this a cash transaction or
Yes.
is it okay?
Oh, yeah, I'd imagine.
Sounds like it. Yeah.
Sounds like a professional cash transaction.
But did you tell your wife that you really needed this, and if you weren't getting it from her, you might seek it elsewhere?
I mean,
because it's
Alsman's got a
something
real
that you
point here.
Really
Right.
need, because if she hears that, she might be like, "All right, I didn't realize."
Right.
I mean,
All right, I'd like you to meet Jeff.
What's Jeff got to do
Because
with
what
it?
if she?
Well, not this Jeff.
No, not this Jeff.
Hey, no, talk for yourself.
Wait, no. He wants a guy that was clean shaven.
What if you golden rule this? What if you treat her the way you want to be treated? What if every night for the next week you are the mayor of Oraltown, and then you see if she wants on the 7th day to return the favor?
Mayor Yodeler?
Well, maybe she doesn't like it because he doesn't take care of himself. Maybe if he scrubbed his balls every once in a while, she'd be more down. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
we're assuming that
You do
got
gotta
to
make sure things are fine.
and that he's not. You know, maybe he comes home from work after working 12 hours and he's like, "Hey, let's get to business," and she's like, "I'll pass." So he has to go pay for it. Like,
What if he looks like Oskay down there? You know, you got to clean up.
Wow.
Hey, failed to mention the beard down here, pal.
Got a weed whacker. I got to access this thing. Well, thank you. Allie Breen, are you working in New York this weekend, Allie?
Yeah, I'll be at the comic strip and the Fat Black Pussycat.
All right.
Did anybody else just see the orb that flew from the plant to behind Allie?
Yes.
No?
Your apartment may be haunted.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Oh, God, that's not
I know that's visual, but there was something.
Seriously?
Oh, something just happened?
You have a ghost. That's so cool.
Okay, Allie, and once again, it's
I don't know how cool that
excuse
is.
me, it's ALLIBREEN. If you want to get a hold of Allie, you can see the kind of good work that we do here. Thank you very much, Allie.
Thanks,
now,
guys. See ya.
Speaking of good work, GoodRx does great work when it comes to saving huge amounts of money on your pharmaceuticals, because GoodRx is a free app that compares prescription prices at over 70,000 pharmacies. Christy, tell me how it works.
Yeah, and I don't have to tell you, it's allergy season. And if you're on prescription allergy medication like myself, GoodRx could help you save a ton of money. They compare prices at over 70,000 pharmacies to help you find the best price. Discounts of up to 80% recommended by doctors, pharmacists, and millions of people across the country. Like over 24 million. They used GoodRx last year to save on their medications. And you could join the crowd too. It's simple and it's easy and it's free. And remember, even if you have insurance, GoodRx could actually beat your prescription copay price. So for simple, smart savings on your prescriptions, check out GoodRx. Go to GoodRx.com/Tom. That's GoodRx.com/Tom.
GoodRx is not insurance, but can be used in place of insurance, Medicare, and Medicaid. In 2021, GoodRx users saved up to 80% on retail prescription prices.
Check it out. It's we have so many letters here from people that have tried this and they can't get over the difference in prices. So once again, it's GoodRx.com/Tom. Coming up, our history lesson and more. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Want to share something? Send us an email. BobandTom@BobandTom.com. This is the Bob and Tom Show. Things you hear on the Bob and Tom Show.
Yes, I have been doing lots of research, and now if you tell me who your favorite band is or what your favorite movie is or even what your favorite book is, I can tell you what you are saying about yourself.
Okay, Christy, can we start with you? Do you mind? Christy,
My favorite movie.
Road-
oh,
is
man,
it
no
Roadhouse, did
movie.
we say?
Not Roadhouse.
Okay,
That's
not
the movie
Roadhouse.
that you can't turn away from.
Favorite movie?
No.
My favorite movie.
Yes.
Breakfast at Tiffany with
Oh,
Audrey
my
Hepburn.
Are you serious?
Yes.
Oh, boy, that's going to be a really mean one for me to start out on. I can
Ooh.
tell you what you're saying about yourself is, I'm not nearly as cute as I think I am. That's what that says about you. It's awful.
Oh,
It's
okay.
It's okay.
I'm sorry. I hate to start off on such a mean note.
I got you.
How about your favorite band, Christy?
Say Michael Bubble or
Can I
whatever.
say
the hell.
Maroon 5?
Sure,
Maroon
go ahead.
5?
Yeah.
Okay. If your favorite band is Maroon 5, what you're saying about yourself is, man, 10% off every purchase? This Gap credit card was the best decision ever.
Hey, this is Larry the Cable Guy, and you're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7. Boy, better get up, get some exercise.
Yeah, get up and get some exercise. You better be up by now. Come on, the show is going to be wrapping up soon, but we're not done with you knuckleheads yet. We still have things we learned on the show today, plus a light history lesson from Tom about this day, June 8th. We'll find out exactly what happened on June 8th throughout history. Who was born, who died, what happened. It will be riveting with Dr. Griswold, the history professor, when we return right after this. Bob and Tom 24/7. Good morning. I'm Mark Allison with your Bob and Tom news headlines. Democratic U.S. Representative Karen Bass and billionaire developer Rick Caruso breezed past a large field of rivals looking to be the next mayor of Los Angeles and advance to a runoff election in November. After an early tally of mail-in ballots Tuesday showed Caruso with a 41%, Bass 38%. Caruso, a Republican turned Democrat, positioned himself as an outsider who blames the city's progressive leadership for unchecked homelessness and unsafe streets. Bass would become the first woman and second black person to hold the job in the nation's second most populous city. The winner in November will replace outgoing Mayor Eric Garcetti. Target is canceling orders from suppliers, particularly for home goods and clothing, and it's slashing prices further to clear out amassed inventory ahead of the critical fall and holiday shopping seasons. The action come after a pronounced spending shift by Americans due to the inflation we're all experiencing. The speed at which Americans pivoted away from pandemic spending laid bare in the most recent quarterly financial filings from a number of major retailers. And an Albany City court has been closed for fumigation after hundreds of cockroaches were released during a fight that broke out in an arraignment. Court officials say the clash broke out Tuesday during a proceeding for four people. A defendant who started to film the courtroom proceedings was told to stop. In the altercation that followed, hundreds of cockroaches brought into the courthouse in plastic containers were released. The bug release being investigated while the courthouse was closed for the rest of the day for fumigation. That's a look at your news headlines. More of the Bob and Tom Show coming up.
Do you know a dad who's a big Bob and Tom fan? Well, get him a Father's Day gift he'll open every day. A membership to Bob and Tom VIP. The link to get it is right at the top of our website, bobandtom.com. Essential morning radio. All day and all night.
Might as well shoot me when the beer runs out.
Bob and Tom 24/7, 24/7, 24/7.
For Batman, it was Batgirl. For Superman, it was Supergirl. And now, meet Spider-Man's female counterpart. From Bob and Tom Productions, it's the superhero women have known about for years.
All right, Toots, this is a stick-up. Hand over all your money.
Oh, dear.
Yeah, come on, lady. Hurry it up. Somebody's going to get hoiked.
Help! Oh, please help. Won't somebody help me?
Let that young woman go, you two ruffians.
Yeah? Who's gonna make us?
I am.
Come on, lady. You must be in your mid-50s.
Yeah, what do you have going? Some kind of superpowers?
Yes, I do. Take a look at these.
Oh, gross. Let's get out of here.
It's Spider-Vein Woman.
Oh, God, no!
Spider-Man got his superpowers from being bitten by a spider. Spider-Vein Woman got her powers from working as a waitress for 17 years. Don't make Spider-Vein Woman show you her legs because if she has to, she will.
Look at this one.
I think I'm gonna puke.
Oh, here, hold my purse. I'll show you my hysterectomy scar.
When you need help, call on the only superhero who wears long polyester pants, comfortable support hose, and sensible shoes. She's Spider-Vein Woman. Coming soon to a theater near you.
Hey man, this is Donnie Baker, and this is Bob and Tom 24/7. I swear to God it is. That's like all day and most of the night.
Yeah, but it turns out I don't sleep well anyway. I've been grinding my teeth. I didn't know I grind my teeth until I woke up. My husband was pouring coffee beans into my mouth. What a weird way to save time in the morning.
No kidding, but it's fresh coffee.
Essential Morning Radio. All day and all night. This is Bob and Tom 24/7.
See you there.
Hey, it's the Bob and Tom Show. Christy Lee in the newsroom.
Well, hi, Josh Arnold.
Pat Godwin at the performance keyboard. Jeff Oskey sitting in for Chick McGee, who'll be back 3 months, I think he said.
Yeah.
No, he'll be back sooner, much sooner than that. That's Ace Cosby wishing it were true. Willie Griswold.
Hey, man.
Jessica Alsman sitting in with us. I'm Josh Arnold. Tom, what do we have in the world of history today?
Oh, well, thank you very much. Everybody get ready to graduate.
Right.
Let's see, 1789, James Madison introduced a proposed Bill of Rights.
Whites?
It's rights.
Kind of did that too, probably.
I guess I read it
Who
wrong.
are you, James Gregory? Or Dick Gregory? James Gregory's a different comedian.
Yeah.
Back that ass up. Okay. I didn't know this one. Here we go. 1824, Canadian inventor Noah Cushing invents what, anyone?
Noah
The sofa cushion.
Flat pillow.
The pin cushion.
No,
Cushing.
the first washing machine.
What year?
1824, the first washing machine.
It was just his wife.
Mrs. Cushing.
Yeah. I wonder why it's not called the Cushing machine.
This must be a really slow day in history if they got this in here.
Something about the Beatles?
1921, Babe Ruth arrested for speeding.
Oh.
Wow.
Was he in his blazer?
Yeah.
He was doing 34.
On the highway, too. It's dangerous.
Okay. Let's see, 1966. In sporting news, the NFL and the AFL merge. A very, very big day. Let's see. Oh, here we go. This is bad.
What?
1969, Brian Jones is asked to leave the Rolling Stones.
Terrible.
Why was he asked to leave?
He was having
to go for a swim.
addiction issues, and then sadly he died about a month later.
That's sad.
Yeah,
Well, they knew he was going to die, so they're like,
he was. I believe it was described as a death by misadventure. It was the famous.
Maybe they were trying to help him.
Drowned in his pool.
I had a friend at school who died by death by choose your own adventure. It was a weird.
In the
read the
Goosebumps
book,
book?
and
What was the adventure?
Picked the wrong page. I was searching for the lost skeleton key or something.
He was a drummer, right, Brian Jones?
No.
Oh.
No, Charlie Watts is the drummer. Brian played all kinds of instruments. He played 20 instruments, and he started it was his band.
Ooh.
He started he was about your height, had the blonde bangs. You would have liked him.
I don't know anything about Brian Jones.
He was sadly found dead at the bottom of his pool, so he was not a floating stone. It was a rolling stone. Ghostbusters.
Keith Moon was the one that was the drummer.
What?
Keith Moon?
Yes, that's correct.
Okay.
He died before he got old.
Right. Okay, I got him
Just like the
confused.
song says. 1984, Ghostbusters released. Very good.
Yes, very good.
Have you ever seen an interview with Aykroyd?
Yeah.
I mean, essentially, it's a documentary as far as he's concerned.
He loves the paranormal.
Yeah,
There's nothing wrong with that. I love the paranormal, too.
Yeah, I do
He's
also.
a true believer.
Yeah. You ever see the newest Ghostbusters? Not Ghostbusters Afterlife, but the one with Kristen Wiig and.
It's awful.
Yeah, and ladies, it's not because you're women that it was bad. It's just bad.
Bad. Yeah.
Own it.
Laugh free.
They're very funny ladies. That movie isn't.
Yeah. Let's see. Oh, here we go. Happy birthday, Frank Lloyd Wright.
Oh, he makes a nice house.
1867. In his honor, I call my shower falling water.
Do you?
Isn't that nice? Yeah.
Yeah. By the way, if you're into construction, if you've ever been there, flat roofs, Pennsylvania, not a good idea.
Look good.
A lot of leaky.
Yeah, you want some runoff.
Yeah. You want to tilt those babies. And now let's see how we got. Anyone know who this guy is? I'll go to you, Alzi. Born 1916. Francis Crick.
The creator of I got nothing.
He's the creator of neck pain.
Neck pain, exactly.
Really?
The
Does
DNA
he get a crick in the neck?
Up a crick without a paddle?
Yeah. He's the what code DNA guy, whatever it is.
Yeah, one of those double helix guys.
Oh.
I tried to read that book. Yikes! Way beyond my pay grade.
Yeah, you're not a science guy. That's cool.
No. Happy birthday to the great Jerry Stiller, no longer with us.
No.
Sure was great, though.
Yeah.
Ben's dad.
Celebrate Festivus, everybody. This is getting even more painful. Happy birthday, Joan Rivers, born in 1933.
Well,
Why don't you give us some birthdays of people that are alive?
Joan Rivers should be celebrated.
Here we go. Nancy Sinatra.
She's still with us. Yeah, she does that show. I've heard her.
Is she the boots are made for walking?
Yes.
Yeah, but she's old now, so I think it's these tennis balls were made for this walker.
Damn, that's funny.
Here's a good one. I like this. Happy birthday, 1944, the great Boz Scaggs.
Oh, I love him.
Once again, Dudley Do-Right sings the song, Lido. Born in 1951, Bonnie Tyler, Total Eclipse of the Heart.
Oh, yeah. She just got honored by the Queen.
Really, for that one tune?
It's a Heartache was her first hit.
She has a lot of hits.
Yikes.
I love Bonnie Tyler.
This is an important one. 1955, Tim Berners-Lee. Probably the most significant invention in the last...
air conditioning.
He was the first one to slice bread.
Microwave.
The Bunsen burner.
Invented the World Wide Web.
Oh.
So it's your fault.
Al Gore did that.
Yes, everyone knows that.
Yes, please. Time now for things we've learned on the Bob and Tom Show. Sponsored by Napa Auto Parts. At Napa, when it comes to serving you, our motor never quits. From next day delivery to getting involved with the local communities, that's Napa know-how. Chick McGee is looking into adopting a llama. He's going to have time as he recovers from gallbladder surgery. He's having it removed. One of his gallbladders removed.
And they're putting in a llama gallbladder.
Oh, yeah.
It's a transplant.
Tom Brady has a new underwear line, and Christy Lee says thumbs up.
Yeah, that was a nice commercial.
Thought they looked pretty good.
Does he need the money?
Maybe he doesn't, but whoever's doing the underwear business
Why
with
not?
him.
Yeah.
Get out of the house.
And once again, I saw the thing, and there's a picture of Gronk's face right there in the old,
And Jeff Oskey told us that Gronk has his own line of underwear. What is that known as again, Gronk?
Badonka Gronks.
Okay.
Badonka Gronks.
Speaking of Oskey, he played golf in high school, but Willie said he looked more like
a caddy.
It's true.
More like the maintenance crew, really.
Jeff Oskey's dad has jet ski money.
I'm into brag.
My mom loves her blanket with Tom's face on it that she calls her Bob blanket. And you'll have to listen to a replay of the show to find out context here. But Josh, I'm still pounding it in front of the TV, according to Christy Lee.
Oh. And things we didn't learn.
What's that?
Happy birthday to friend of the show, Maria Menounos.
Oh, yeah.
And a friend of the show, Derek Trucks. The great Derek Trucks, a tremendous guitar player. And Willie, for you, Kanye.
Oh, yeah.
Happy Yay. What do they call him? Yee?
Yee.
Yay?
They call him Yay.
Yay.
Happy birthday.
Yay's B-Day.
Okay.
His B-Yay.
And we got a bunch of cool stuff. Check out the social media for those funny interviews with Kostaki and friends. We'll put it that way. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Just got to get a hold of us. Call, fax, mail, or email. Get all the contact information you need at bobandtom.com. This is the Bob and Tom Show.